Good afternoon from Stallard Field in Wise, Virginia, where Carson-Newman baseball is set to play its regular season finale and the series finale with UVA Wise. Carson-Newman took a pair of 9-7 games yesterday, one that needed a 6-run rally and the other one that needed a good relief outing from Brock Culpepper, and the Eagles had to hold off a Wise rally in the nightcap yesterday to take 2 from the Cavaliers. And now the Eagles try to continue on what is an 8-game winning streak here to end the regular season. They'll try to carry some more momentum into this series finale and regular season finale on this Saturday afternoon. Originally scheduled for a 3 o'clock start. We're 93 minutes past that. These two teams warmed up, but then about a half hour before this thing got rolling, or these two teams started to warm up, and this game was scheduled to get rolling. A bunch of rain came through and almost spoiled Wise's senior day. It was pouring the rain the half hour before the original 3 o'clock start time for UVA Wise's senior day. Two teams have sat through 90 minutes of a rain delay, and even though the rain is still here in Wise, Virginia, the two teams are about ready to play some baseball. Gabe Grouder is UVA Wise's starting pitcher in what is UVA Wise's final game of 2026. He has an 8.2 ERA, 11 appearances, and 4 starts this season. 32 and a 2/3 innings of work, 28 strikeouts over those 32 innings. If you're watching with us on YouTube, it's not an in the booth or outside stream today. It's on the bus. These outside conditions that we had, or outside broadcast setup we had for yesterday, it's not going to work with all this rain. So we are on the bus broadcasting from 200 yards away from Stallard Field as the first pitch of the game by Grouder is a foul ball by Logan Floyd. It's 0-1. We start at 4:34. Let's hope we can get through this one without any rain. Lefty Grouder comes set against Logan Floyd, Carson-Newman's leadoff batter. 0-1 pitch in the top of the first inning is a ball. Well, I'm going to have the binoculars on all day. Again, 200-plus yards away or so from the field here. We're down the third base line, beyond left field, in foul ground as Floyd swings and lines a 1-1 pitch into right field, and Carson-Newman has a base hit with their first batter of the game, a Logan Floyd line drive single to right field. And the Eagles have a base runner in the opening inning here against UVA Wise. Up on top of a hill as well in the parking lot on the second deck of the double-decker Premier bus. And can just barely see the waist up of the batter from my vantage point above the third base dugout. I can only see Aiden Gibson, who's batting his numbers. Can't see the catcher as Gibson shows bunt, bunts it down the third baseline. Freelick charges, he'll throw to first and make the routine play. A sac bunt by Aiden Gibson moves Logan Floyd to second base, and there's one out on the board. Dane Freelick, Morgan Miller, a couple of senior infielders make up the left side of the infield. Lane Johnson at second base, with the first baseman being Drew Knight. First start of the series for him. Left, right in the outfield, it's Jaden Rowling, Dalton Chapman, and Joshua Morgan. In steps Carson-Newman's 3-hitter Bradley Soto Diaz, a runner at second base and 1 out in the inning after the Aiden Gibson sacrifice bunt. Counter to the lefty comes set. First pitch home to Soto Diaz is high for a ball. Again, we're going to judge the strike zone as best we can and really base it off of whether it's above Soto Diaz or whether I can't even see it hit the catcher's mitt. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the first inning. Carson-Newman and UVA Wise playing the series finale and the regular season finale. Gouder comes set. A long look at second base. Now he lifts the right leg and pitches a breaking ball. It dropped below the zone to Soto Diaz, who swings and misses, and it's 1-1. Floyd leadoff single for the Eagles. He's at second base for a program that has achieved 30-plus wins for the second straight year. Time called, and Soto Diaz is walking toward his dugout, toward the first base side, and he's asking for a new bat. He makes the exchange with assistant coach Brendan Kroeb, and now he's making the walk back to the batter's box. Carson-Newman was sitting in the dugout, basically. Couldn't go anywhere else. It's either the dugout or the bus for this 90-minute delay. Eagles warmed up, did what they could, and now we're on the field playing. The 1-1 pitch to Soto Diaz is a ball, 2-1. Lefty Gowder, the second Wise left-handed starter. They used Hunter Garrett as an opener yesterday. Eagles scored 3 times in the first 4 batters of that second game of the day. 2-1 pitch to Bradley Soto Diaz, a swing and a swinging strike 2. Soto Diaz comes up empty, and it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count with 1 away. Here in the top of the first inning. 63 degrees and cloudy here in Wise, Virginia. We're at Stallard Field for the regular season finale. Rain has calmed down for now as Gowder, the lefty, comes set. Floyd at second base. The 2-2 to Soto Diaz is a swing and a drive foul behind first. Two-ball, 2-strike count on Bradley Soto Diaz here in the opening inning. He has Floyd at second base. Eagles trying to strike in the opening inning. Another 2-2. Soto Diaz drives it out toward right field. Back goes Joshua Morgan to the wall. He runs out of room. Bradley Soto Diaz hits his 6th home run of the year, and Carson-Newman leads 2-0. 3 batters into the game. The Eagles strike in the finale. Soto Diaz can round the bases. Floyd touches home first. Soto Diaz is there last, greeted by Floyd. And now he heads toward the dugout and celebrates with his teammates as Soto Diaz takes a 2-2 pitch over the right field wall to start the scoring. 2-0 Carson-Newman, 3 batters in. Soto Diaz hit a home run in 3 straight games to start the month of April, and now he's done it in the finale. Rodriguez is next. Sebastian Rodriguez, Carson-Newman's shortstop, takes a ball. And it's 1-0. 2-0 Eagles here in the opening inning. Soto Diaz launches his 6th home run of the year and Carson-Newman's 2nd of the weekend. This one off the lefty Gowder, who pitches a 1-0 to Rodriguez. And I believe it was a called strike. My vantage point also can't see the scoreboard. We're doing as best we can here, so we're going to presume a 1-1 count here as Rodriguez took the first 2 pitches. 2-0 Eagles. Gowder comes home with a 1-1, and it misses high for ball 2. Good thing is here, we're battling through a tree as well that has limbs hanging over as well, but I can see the home plate umpire just above the dugout, so enough to make and figure out what his call is each time as Rodriguez swings and misses. It's strike 2. Have to be totally locked in, and without the binoculars, this would not be possible today. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away in the opening inning for Carson-Newman, a Floyd single, and he's knocked in by Bradley Soto Diaz, who launches his 6th home run of the year to give the Eagles a 2-0 advantage. Gowder, the lefty, a long look in here. Rodriguez was rung up on strikes, I believe, as Tanner Kilgore is now batting and takes ball 1. Must have missed a strike there from the home plate umpire in this finale. Might not be the first time that occurs. Gowder comes set. Glove at his belt. The 1-0 to Kilgore is a strike. 2 away. Rodriguez out on strikes here in the opening inning. 2-0 Eagles. 2 away. Gowder facing Kilgore. Next one in. Kilgore hits it on a 1-hopper to third. Frelick to his left is able to make the routine play. And the top of the first inning comes to a conclusion on a 5-3 ground out. Carson-Newman strikes for the game's first 2 runs. A Logan Floyd single starts the inning, and Bradley Soto Diaz hits his 6th home run of the year, going over the right field wall. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Carson-Newman has a 2-0 advantage for Ryan Higgins, who takes the mound after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
In Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Massa Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Back in Wise, Virginia, Stallard Field, where Carson-Newman has a 2-0 lead in the series finale over UVA Wise, and Carson-Newman will send Ryan Higgins to the mound to make his team-high 13th start of the year. 2 wins, 4 losses over 56 innings for the junior right-hander from Spotsylvania, Virginia. 6.43 is the earned run average, a career 4.77 earned run average for the right-handed pitcher. Making his 36th career appearance today, 25th start, 8 overall wins, 8 losses to his ledger so far this season. 47 strikeouts, 29 walks. Coming off a fine start against Coker, only allowed the leadoff batter in that start to reach 1 time in 5 tries, and he pitched 5 innings of 2-run ball and only needed 84 pitches to get through those 5 innings on the mound. Higgins takes the ball for Carson-Newman in the series finale of this 9-inning affair that has the Eagles in front 2-0 here on the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman has scored in the opening inning now in all 3 games of this series, as the bottom of the first inning gets underway with a first pitch fastball high to Jaden Ruling. It is 1-0. Set Carson-Newman's defense after the first out of the inning is recorded. Higgins comes set, now makes his motion into his wind, stepping left, and now pitches a fastball that is popped up into the air and foul behind first. 1 ball, 1 strike count to the leadoff man, Jaden Ruling, here in the bottom of the first inning. He's hit leadoff in each of the first 2 games, went 1 for 5 in the opener, and then 3 for 4 with a couple of doubles in the nightcap last night. Higgins winds in the 1-1 home to the left fielder is not in the strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ruling took a pitch above the hands. Rain has calmed down for now. We started with some sprinkle rain, and now it's calm, just cloudy as Higgins offers a 2-1 fastball and missed high again, 3-1. 3 ball, 1 strike count. Ruling leading things off with Luke Johnson and Joshua Morgan after against Higgins here in the first. It's a 3 ball, 1 strike count. Higgins has the sign, gets into his windup, lifts the left leg and pitches to Ruling. A ball in the zone, it's 3-2. Long at bat to begin this bottom half of the first inning. UVA Wise again, just 11-35 this year, 6-26 in the league. Not going to be in the conference tournament next week, knowing this is their final game of the year. 3-2 to Ruling. They missed a low ball 4. 6-pitch walk begins the bottom of the first inning. And a base runner for Luke Johnson with nobody out. We'll go ahead and set Carson-Newman's defense for you. Aiden Gibson is at third base again. Sebastian Rodriguez back at short. The all-sack infielders Cole Nathan and Logan Floyd at second and first. Left to right in the outfield, Ryan Bolton, Braxton Smith, and Bradley Soto Diaz, with Jacob Rogers making his 2nd consecutive start behind the plate. First pitch to the left-handed hitting Johnson is in for a ball from Higgins. Ryan has walked multiple batters in 6 straight starts, including 2 in his last 4. 1-0. There's a strike to Johnson. Johnson was hitless in the nightcap, but went 1 for 4. Led off the game for Wise in that first inning with a double to the opposite field, hitting it off the left field wall in the first inning of this series. 1-1 set for Higgins. He pitches to Johnson, who swings and hits a foul ball back to the screen. It's strike 2. My vantage point here from well beyond foul ground on the left side, looking at the field, also does not really get any of deep left center. We'll go by reactions for any balls hit that way as Johnson takes a 1-2 pitch for ball 2. Ryan Bolton is standing in left field, and I can see him through a tree. You can see the left field foul pole only because it's a different color than the tree. 2-2 set for Higgins. Carson-Newman leads 2-0. The pitch to Johnson. He checks his swing. No, he did not check. He did not go around. And a pitch gets away from Rogers as well. It's going to be ball 3, and Ruling moves to second base on a wild pitch. Johnson had offered, it looked like, at that breaking ball. And I thought for a second that he maybe fouled it off, but he did not, and it got away from Jacob Rogers, allowing Ruling to move into scoring position. Another 3-ball, 2-strike count for Ryan Higgins to the first 2 batters now in this bottom of the first inning. Right, he sets and pitches to Johnson, who hits it on the ground to the right side. Floyd has it himself, will flip to first for the out. Higgins gets over there and collects the flip from Floyd, and the play is made. 1 out on the board. Johnson moves the runner Ruling to third on the 3-1 ground out. 1 away, and in steps Joshua Morgan, one of 16 UVA seniors that were honored prior to today's regular season finale. They had to do it through the pouring rain. Higgins sets 1 away in the inning, and he misses high with a fastball to Joshua Morgan for a ball. Morgan made yesterday's nightcap a 2-run game. His second hit of the game was a 3-run blast to right center. Carson-Newman didn't let Wise score after that swing, though. 1-0 to Morgan. Big hack at a fastball. Comes up empty. It's swinging strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Higgins working with 1 out here in the bottom of the first, and the Eagles have a 2-0 advantage. They've scored first in each of the first 3 games in each of the 3 games in the series. 1-1 to Morgan. Higgins took something off that pitch. May have been a breaking ball, and didn't get Morgan to offer at the 1-1 pitch. Rain coming down again. And it stopped for a moment. Now it's picked back up. Here's the 2-1 from Ryan Higgins to Joshua Morgan. And he takes again. It's 3-1. Again, the descriptions today will not be great. It's really whether it's high or low. Best judgment I can make. Hard to tell inside and outside from the angle. 3-1 set. Higgins offers to Morgan, and he missed again. Second walk of the inning puts runners on the corners. Had the open base there at first, and now there's runners at first and third with 1 away for Carter Babb. Here in this bottom half of the first inning, Carson-Newman has a 2-0 advantage. Higgins would love a ground ball here to get himself out of this first inning. A first inning that has not seen Wise put the ball in play. No base hits yet. Just the 1 ground out. Corner's occupied as Higgins comes home with the first one to Babb, and it's in the turf. Nobody advances on the play, and it's ball 1. Now multiple walks for Ryan Higgins in 7 straight starts this season. He's done it in all but 3. His 1-0 set, now a pitch to Babb, is off the plate, 2-0. And wonder what it does for Ryan Higgins. He was warming up at about 2:20. Then the pouring rain ensued, and then he stopped throwing. It didn't throw again until about 4 o'clock as Babb rolls one softly down the third base line. Foul. Strike 1, a 2-1 count with 1 away in the first. Both starting pitchers were getting loose. And then the rain started to happen, and they started to let up their warm-up and then did not resume until after 4 o'clock. 2 on, 1 out. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Higgins comes home, and Babb lines it sharply down the left field line for extra bases. 1 run is in. Actually, it will just be a single as Bolton tracks it down near the line. Morgan stayed put at second base, and Carter Babb has made it a 1-run game on an RBI single toward left. 2-1. The Eagles have their lead cut in half. Seems like Joshua Morgan, the runner that moved from first to second, has been battling an injury. He was laboring a little bit in yesterday's games and didn't run very well there to get from first to third on a ball hit deep to left. Higgins' first one to Dane Frelick is high and in for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Carson-Newman has a 2-1 lead, but Wise has 2 on base with just 1 out in the home half of the first. Higgins comes set, and the pitch to Frelick is ball 2, and Jacob Rogers calls for time. Rogers going to chat things over with Ryan Higgins here in this bottom of the first inning. With Carson-Newman ahead 2-1, Wise's first hit has drove in their first run of the game, thanks to Carter Babb's swing on a 2-1 pitch. Now 2 aboard here in the opening inning. Carson-Newman's 2 runs in the first came on Bradley Soto Diaz's 6th home run of the year. Now the Eagles trying to get through this opening inning, hopefully keep this lead. Visit over, Higgins back on the mound, comes set, and now the 2-0 pitch is driven out toward right center field. Smith is over into the gap. He will make the catch. I know that because Joshua Morgan is tagging from second base and will get there with ease. Throw was cut off, and it is a fly out by Dane Frelick on a 2-0 pitch from Ryan Higgins. Smith, the center fielder, makes the catch. There's 2 away in the first inning, and now Drew Knight getting his first at-bat of the series. Can anything really hit to deep left or center field, or even right center to a degree, is going to be hard for me to judge and see what happens. Be solely reactionary as the corners are occupied for Wise for the second time in the inning. A 1-run game. Knight bats with 2 away. First pitch to him is going to hit him, or did it? Home plate umpire chatting it over with Drew Knight, and he looks at him and will award him first base. A hit by pitch has loaded the bases for UVA Wise for Jacob Boyle. Morgan at third, Babb at second, and Drew Knight now the runner at first base. Home plate umpire is Scott Alexander in this series finale. Randall Hart's at first, and Brett Stowe is the third base umpire as they rotate through. Randall Hart's the crew chief. Bases loaded, 2 away, first inning. Carson-Newman has a 2-1 advantage. Trying to keep it that way is Ryan Higgins facing the 7-hitter Jacob Boyle. Higgins sets, first one to Boyle. Ball 1. Carson-Newman's infield plays somewhat back here, trying to keep the ball in front. If it's hit on the ground, have a force out everywhere. Rodriguez and Nathan nearly out of the outfield grass as Higgins comes set, and the pitch is grounded sharply down the left field line for a base hit. This will give Wise the lead. The tying run is in. The go-ahead run has scored as well. It is a 2-run Jacob Boyle double down the left field line, and UVA Wise leads 3-2. Good rip by Boyle down the left field line. Morgan scores with ease. Babb scores from second. Drew Knight goes second to third. Cavaliers have taken advantage of 3 free passes here in the opening inning to grab a 1-run lead. Answering Carson-Newman's 2-run first. The Cavaliers have 3 of their own, and maybe more, with 2 in scoring position for Morgan Miller. Higgins sets in the first to Miller. Called strike by Scott Alexander. Morgan Miller was 0 for 2 in the nightcap yesterday, 2 for 3 in the 9-7 series opening win for Carson-Newman. 2 hits, 5 at-bats for Miller as he waits on the next pitch from Higgins, and it's a strike. It's 0-2 on the shortstop Miller, another one of these seniors. Wise had a bunch, and many of the 16 that were honored have played meaningful innings this year and even this weekend. 0-2 set. Higgins pitches to Miller, and he pops it up out toward left field. Ryan Bolton is nearing the line. He's in position. He makes the catch out toward left field, and the inning is over. UVA Wise, though, has the lead. They sent 8 batters to the plate, only record 2 hits, but they score 3 times. 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors. They leave 2 in scoring position. We've played an inning of the regular season finale between Carson-Newman and UVA Wise. It's the Cavs 3 and the Eagles 2.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most. Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to Wise, Virginia. We're broadcasting Carson-Newman's regular season finale from the second deck of the premier bus here in Wise, Virginia. Outside broadcast setup not going to work when it's poured the rain all day, and it's still raining as these two teams get ready to begin the second inning. Here on the Eagles Sports Network, Carson-Newman will have its 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming to the plate. Cole Nathan will lead things off against the lefty Gabe Gowder here in this second inning. So a 2-run Carson-Newman first, answered by a 3-run bottom half by UVA Wise. And the Cavaliers now try to get a shutdown frame here against Carson-Newman's offense that scored 18 runs and 2 wins so far this weekend. Lefty sets, and the first one to Cole Nathan is a ball, and it got away from the catcher Boyle. Well, when you're close to the field, whether it be in the press box, behind home broadcasting, still need to be locked in, and on every pitch, obviously, you can't miss a pitch, but you have to be unbelievably dialed when you're this far away because you've got no crowd reaction, no noise, just ball happening 250 yards away. Gowder's next one to Cole Nathan is high for ball 2. 2-ball, no strike count to Cole Nathan. 1 for 2 in the opener. 0 for 3 in the nightcap. Has reached base several times as Gowder has stepped off the mound and will reset prior to a 2-ball, no strike pitch here to Cole Nathan. Nathan stepped out of the box as Gowder stepped off the mound, and now the two have got back into their spots. Gowder, the lefty, comes set, and the pitch to Nathan is, I think, off the plate. It'll be 3 balls and no strikes. On the all-sack second baseman, hitting near 300. Playing in his 48th game. Carson-Newman's played 48. Nathan's played in all of them, and he takes a 4-pitch walk. That's how the second inning begins. Cole Nathan has not missed a game since March 1st of his sophomore season last year. He's played in all 48 games. He sat out the series finale against Lincoln Memorial last season and has played in every game since. Don't want to guess on the exact number of games he's played in a row, but it's near 90. He'll watch the first pitch get bunted by Braxton Smith. Gowder collects, throws to first, and the bunt placed down by Braxton Smith advances Cole Nathan to second base. So an identical start to the second for Carson-Newman like the first. After the leadoff guy gets on base, a sac bunt moves him over to second. That's where Nathan is as Jacob Rogers stands in with 1 away. Rogers was the 9th inning hero for the Eagles in yesterday's series opener. First pitch to the senior catcher is off the plate for a ball. He hit a 2-run double on the second pitch he saw in his only at-bat of the day. 2-run double down the left field line, plated 2, and turned out to be the game-winning hit. Next one to Rogers. Off the plate as well. It's a 2-ball, no strike count with Nathan at second base. Gowder looks into his catcher, Jacob Boyle, the lefty. Works exclusively from the stretch. He comes set, looks at Cole Nathan, who gets his lead at second. Now the pitch home to Rogers is a strike. Jacob became the 7th different Eagle this year to record a game-winning RBI in the final 4 innings of a game this season. Balanced effort all year from the Eagles, and it's been different heroes late in games. 2-1 pitch to Jacob Rogers, misses the strike zone, and he's worked himself into a hitter's count. The Eagles trailing for the first time, top of the second inning, down 3-2. Tying a run on base at second for Jacob Rogers. 3-1 set for Gowder, and he pitches to Rogers, who swings and drives this ball out toward right center field. Moving over is the center fielder, and he will make the catch. Cole Nathan will tag and move from second to third on a well-struck fly ball by Rogers. Gave it a ride, but flies out to deep right center field. It was caught by Chapman, and there's 2 away. 2 away for the 9-hitter Ryan Bolton to try to tie the game for the Eagles here in the second frame. With the binoculars following that swing, it was actually so cool because I was following it the entire way as it was flying out toward the outfield, and then I ran into the trees and couldn't follow it anymore. First pitch to Ryan Bolton in his first at-bat. The 9-hitter takes a strike from Gowder with Cole Nathan at third base, and 2 away in the inning. Sack bunt and a fly out, 2 outs for Gowder, the lefty. Going through this Eagles order for the first time. Next one to Bolton, popped up. And moving over into foul ground is the first baseman Knight. He's in foul ground just beyond the first base coach's box, and he makes the play. Bolton pops out in the second inning. Top of the second inning comes to an end. Eagles get a base runner but don't score. No hits, no errors, and they leave Cole Nathan 90 feet away. He's left at third as the Eagles are held scoreless in the second. Wise keeps a hold of a 3-2 lead after an inning and a half on the Eagles Sports Network.
We cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
3-2 game here on the Eagles Sports Network. Final game of the 2026 regular season for Carson-Newman baseball. Ryan Higgins back to work and will face Dalton Chapman, Jaden Ruling, Luke Johnson, 9-1-2. As we get ready to begin the home half of the second inning, Eagles have thrown down and we're moments away from the beginning of the bottom of the second inning. Carson-Newman's 8-game winning streak is the longest current streak in the South Atlantic Conference. 8 straight wins for the Eagles, and if they can win this game, they'll take one of the top winning streaks in Division II baseball as well into the postseason. Playing some of its best baseball at the right time. That's what you want to do, and the Eagles have done that up to this game. Hopefully trying to get a 9th straight and a series sweep for the second straight weekend, as the first pitch of the second inning is a ball to Dalton Chapman, the center fielder. Now Higgins winds and quickly offers the 1-0, and it's popped up out toward left field. Ryan Bolton is moving over, and it is a foul ball. It landed beyond Wise's bullpen, and based on where I'm sitting, I didn't even see the ball. I think it would have been easily a home run had it stayed fair for Dalton Chapman, but he pulled it foul for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike count. With Wise ahead by a run. Higgins' next one to Chapman is grounded toward third, foul, as Gibson backhands it in foul ground. It's strike 2. Well, good to see the sun shining from Wise, Virginia here. First time that has come out here today. It was beautiful, mid-70s weather for the doubleheader yesterday. It's been rainy all day, but the sun has peeked out here in the second inning as Higgins offers a 1-2 to Chapman, and he lines it out towards center field. Smith charging in. He dives, but he can't get to it, and it rolls all the way to the wall. Bolton runs it down, and luckily he was backing up Smith far enough over, and Dalton Chapman has himself a leadoff double here in the second inning. Smith gave it all he had. He was diving in front of Wise's logo out in the outfield and just barely missed the ball. Could see the turf pellets pop up as that ball had bounced just in front of his mitt for a leadoff double. Good job by Ryan Bolton in left field to go back up the center fielder there to keep Chapman to just 2 bases. Leadoff man on top of the order, and Jaden Ruling is next. He shows bunt, bunts it up into the air, but it's toward the first base dugout, and Rogers can't get to it. It's a foul ball. Strike one on Jaden Ruling, who started that opening inning for UVA Wise with a walk, or a 5-pitch walk, and then later, or rather a 6-pitch walk, and then later scored on Carter Babb's RBI single. Higgins comes set. Chapman gets his lead at second base, and now the 0-1 to Ruling. Didn't see a motion from Scott Alexander, the home plate umpire, so it's ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wise has now 3 hits, 2 extra base hits, and has a 1-run lead. Chapman at second. The 1-1 by Higgins is grounded foul. Third base side for strike 2. 1-run game. Carson-Newman down a run. 3-2. We're in the bottom of the second inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. Andrew Rogers glad to bring you Carson-Newman Baseball's regular season finale here in 2026 from the second deck of the Premier Bus. 1-2 to Jaden Ruling is lifted into the outfield. Back goes Ryan Bolton and Braxton Smith. Neither will get there. It splits the outfielders. Dalton Chapman will score from second. Jaden Ruling pulls up with a double, back-to-back second-inning doubles, and Wise grows their lead to 4-2. Some good swings here from the Cavaliers to start this second inning. Chapman had to wait on that fly ball, and it split left center field for a base hit. Bolton and Smith tracked it down and eventually got it in, but not before Ruling pulls up with another double. Wise's last 3 hits have been doubles, 2 in this inning. And the Cavaliers grow their lead to 4-2. They've scored 4 straight runs. Higgins comes set. Bunting is Johnson, but he fouls it back. "4-2 game. Nobody out in the second inning. Luke Johnson, the third batter of the inning, trying to keep this Cavaliers offense red hot here early on against Higgins. Ruling has a short lead at second base as Higgins comes set, and the next pitch to Johnson is lined sharply foul beyond the first base dugout, Carson-Newman's dugout, and it's 0-2. First time Higgins has worked ahead on a UVA Wise hitter today. Trying to find it here in the second inning of a 2-run game. Wise has the last 4 runs as the junior righty comes set at the belt. Looks at second and pitches. And it is a wild pitch. Ruling moves to third base. And Johnson takes for a ball. And Carson-Newman will have a visit on the mound. Tom Griffin is the coach to come out of the dugout from the first base side. Just Tim Rogers and Higgins will talk things over on the mound with the Eagles trailing 4-2. Here on the Eagles Sports Network, Bradley Soto Diaz, a 2-run blast. In the opening inning, but the Cavaliers have scored 4 straight over the last inning plus, including one more here in the second inning, and have a 2-run lead. And what they know is their final regular season game. They've got nothing left after this. Their 16 seniors will play their final game right now. Carson-Newman knows its season goes beyond this game, but the Eagles in this situation need to win, and they would be the 6th seed. That would set up a matchup with Lenore-Rhine at Wingate. If the Eagles lose, and Newberry, who plays Mars Hill tomorrow, if the Wolves then beat the Lions, Newberry would slide into the 6th spot, and Carson-Newman would be the 7th seed and play at Wingate. Carson-Newman controls where it will play, or not where it will play, but who it will play in next week's start of the conference tournament. 1-2 pitch to Johnson is grounded sharply to second. This will play to 5th Wise run as Nathan's only play is to second base. And it's a 5-2 game as Johnson scores. After a rolling move to third on a wild pitch, Johnson scores him with a 4-3 ground out for the first out of the inning, and Wise's lead grows to 5-2. Eagles get an out on the board, and now Joshua Morgan, the 3-hitter, stands in with Wise up 3. Higgins gets into his motion. First pitch, swing and a miss by Morgan for strike 1. So Carson-Newman, not that an LR, a second place Wingate or a third place LR is better, but certainly better to play a neutral game there in that opener of the conference tournament rather than playing the host and 2-seeded Wingate Bulldogs in the opening round as Morgan swings and fouls the 0-1 pitch off, and it's 0-2. Either way you slice it, Carson-Newman's going to play two of the best offensive teams in Division II baseball in next week's conference tournament. 0-2, one away in the second. Morgan will take Higgins' 0-2 pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count as Joshua Morgan bats for Wise, who has rounded off 5 straight runs after Carson-Newman's 2-run first. Higgins is 1-2 to Morgan. Missed again. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Higgins' pitch count already nearing 50. And he's recorded just 4 outs so far. 2-2 to Morgan. He's rung up on strikes looking. Ryan Higgins has strikeout number 1. And there's 2 away in inning number 2 for Carter Babb. It's a delayed strike 3 call from Scott Alexander, but it was a strike 3 call. And now the 2-out batter is Carter Babb here in the second. First pitch to the DH is off the plate for a ball. Babb hit 3 home runs between the 2 games yesterday. 2 in the first one and another in the nightcap. Next one to Higgins. He swings and hits it softly up the first baseline. Rogers out of his stance. Sprints up the line, fields the ball with his bare hand, and throws out Babb. And the inning is over. Higgins recovers. He gave up back-to-back doubles to start the second inning, and Wise scored twice, but Higgins finishes off the final 3 Cavaliers in order after those 2 doubles to start the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Wise has scored 5 straight runs. And after 2 innings, the Cavaliers lead Carson-Newman 5-2. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Back at Stallard Field, where Carson-Newman is trailing in its regular season finale 5-2 after 2 complete innings. Here on the Eagles Sports Network, this game started just after 4:30 for a Saturday series finale that was scheduled to begin at 3. Rain has pushed it back to 4:30, and we're about 15 minutes away from being an hour in as Logan Floyd takes a first pitch strike to begin inning number 3 here on the Eagles Sports Network. Logan Floyd, the batter for the Eagles, and he swings at the next pitch and lifts it out toward left field. Floyd gives it a ride. Back goes the left fielder near the wall. And based on Wise's defense's reaction, it is a fly out for Floyd to deep left. One away in the 3rd inning for Aiden Gibson. Good swing from Logan Floyd there on an 0-1 pitch from the lefty Gowder. But he flies out. He's now 1 for 2. Now Aiden Gibson hit a sac bunt in the 1st inning. Swings and misses from the lefty's first offering, and it's strike 1. Gibson batting for the Eagles with 1 away, hitting .284 this year, has found himself in the 2nd spot of Carson-Newman's order here quite often down the stretch. He takes the next pitch for a strike, and he's behind on Gowder at 0-2. Gibson now has hit 15 times out of the 2 spot, and Carson-Newman is 12-2 in the first 14 games he's hit in the 2-hole. Grounds one sharply to 3rd. Frelick off the bag, low throw after fielding it cleanly, but there at first is Drew Knight, and he snags the low throw from Frelick at 3rd. One third baseman grounds out to another, and there's 2 away in the 3rd inning for Bradley Soto Diaz. Some good work here from Gabe Gowder since allowing a home run from Soto Diaz. He's gone strikeout, ground out, walk, sac bunt, fly out, pop out, fly out, ground out as Soto Diaz takes ball 1. The only runner to reach in the last 8 batters to the plate was that Cole Nathan leadoff walk he drew in the 2nd. Southpaw Gowder pitches to Soto Diaz, a 1-0 offering that misses. 2 balls and no strikes. The count here in the top of inning number 3. Carson-Newman scored the first 2 runs thanks to Soto Diaz's home run, but the Cavaliers have the last 5. Next one to Soto Diaz on a 2-0, and there's a fastball for a strike. Soto Diaz creeping up that batting average to near 400. As this regular season comes to a conclusion today. Next one home from the Southpaw is low, and it's ball 3. Hitters count for Carson-Newman's home run hitting right fielder. Program's 38th home run this year, the 6th by Bradley Soto Diaz. Now the 3-1. Late on his swing and crushes it foul beyond first into foul ground and out of play. It's a full count. Well, rain has come to a complete stop here. It did rain there and sprinkle for much of the home half of the 2nd, but it's not doing anything now as Soto Diaz swings at a 3-2 pitch and drives it toward right field. Joshua Morgan near the right field line just has enough room up against the fence and foul ground, and he makes the catch. And Carson-Newman has been retired in order in the 3rd inning. Gabe Gowder has pitched back-to-back scoreless innings. He's retired 6 straight, and the Eagles still trail UVA Wise 5-2 after 2.5. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
Five-two lead for UVA Wise after 2.5 innings. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Ryan Higgins back to work for the third inning of action. Here on the Eagles Sports Network, he has allowed 4 hits and 5 runs in his first 47 pitches of this game. 2 walks and a strikeout. He's pitching to this UVA Wise order second time through. It's the 5-hitter Dane Freilich to begin this bottom half of the third inning. Again, UVA Wise just 11 victories this season. They've only won 1 conference series as Higgins begins the inning, and he wasn't totally ready for the inning to begin there. I think it was a ball to Freilich. Next one to the third baseman is low for a ball. Wise has only won 1 conference series. That was Emory and Henry in the first series the Cavaliers played this year. They've won a couple of games against some quality of competition, but struggled to win at least 2 of 3 as Higgins misses again. Eagles are running some guys out to its bullpen, or their bullpen, beyond right field. Freilich, the batter, to begin the home half of the third inning as Higgins winds in the right-hander's offering as a swing and a miss by Freilich. I believe it's a 3-1 count, although with Freilich getting a green light on a 3-0, it makes me think maybe that first pitch that I missed was a strike. Higgins going back to work. The right-hander gets into his windup, and the pitch to Freilich is swung on and driven out toward right field. Soto Diaz going back to the wall. It hits off the base of the wall. Freilich rounding first base. He has extra bases. The throw is late to second, and Dane Freilich has a leadoff double in the third. Wise has a 4th double and 5 hits off Ryan Higgins so far in this game. The last 4 UVA Wise base hits are 2 baggers. Carter Babb's single has then been followed by a Boyle double, Chapman double, Ruling double, and now a Freilich double. Cavaliers are in business to begin the third with multiple arms throwing for Carson-Newman. The 6-hitter Drew Knight is next, and he takes the first pitch from Ryan Higgins for a strike. Kyle Adams, Aaron Bobo warming for Carson-Newman, down 3. Higgins sets at the belt. No look at second base. Now the pitch home is a swing and a miss at strike 2. Good offering by the junior righty to work ahead here on the 6-hitter Knight. Knight just a 176 hitter this year. 6 hits, 34 at-bats. Was hit by a pitch, and the only one he saw in his first inning at-bat. 0-2 set. Higgins looks at second. Now pitches to Knight, who swings and grounds it sharply to short. Sebastian Rodriguez fields cleanly. Looks off the runner at second base and throws to Logan Floyd, who makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. In the bottom of the third inning, Freilich stays put at second base. Much needed out for Higgins with the runner not advancing. And now the 7-hitter is Jacob Boyle, and he gets his second opportunity. Carson-Newman needed to use multiple relief pitchers in each of the first 2 games of this series. Norris, Adams, Culpepper, Slifka, Mangum, Fletcher. The 6 Eagles out of the pen between the 2 games yesterday as the first pitch to Boyle, the catcher, is ball 1. Boyle hit his first home run of the season. The senior catcher hit his first home run in the series opener yesterday afternoon. Batting against Higgins with a runner at second and the Cavaliers up 5-2. The pitch to Boyle is off the plate, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Higgins took care of Drew Knight in 2 pitches. His first 2 to Boyle have been off the plate. Junior righty sets, lifts the left leg, and pitches to Jacob Boyle, a breaking ball that is below the strike zone, 3-0. Carson-Newman actually has 3 pitchers warming up. Braxton Roberts is the third arm throwing for the Eagles. 3-0 set. Higgins looks at second, offers to Boyle. A fastball down the middle for called strike one. 3 ball, 1 strike count with Wise ahead by 3 runs. They've scored the last 5 in the game to lead 5-2. They've got a runner at second as well here in the third. The 3-1 to Boyle is above the hands, ball 4. Higgins' third walk of his 13th start of the year. Puts runners at first and second. Boyle has reached base in each of his first 2 plate appearances now. And here comes Morgan Miller, the 8th hitter and the shortstop. Miller was the final out of that 3-run first. He flew out to Ryan Bolton and left. First pitch to Miller. Looked like it was maybe inside. He lifted his bat up as the pitch came in and toward the plate from Ryan Higgins. First and second, 1 out on the board here in the third. 1-0. Miller takes. Shortstop hitting .282 in his final season, playing his final game. Hoping what's been a tough Cavaliers season can end in the right note. 2-0 from Ryan Higgins. A swing and a miss. It's strike one. 2 ball, 1 strike count. We're in the third. Soto Diaz started this scoring with a 2-run blast, but Carson-Newman's offense has done nothing since, and Wise's has. Scoring 5 times in the first 2 innings on 4 hits. They've got 2 more aboard here in the third as Morgan Miller takes a second strike and the count evens. Wonder what the leash will be here for Ryan Higgins as well. Eagles have been cautious with their starting pitching ahead of the conference tournament next week. Kept Henderson and Kaysen and their pitch counts below 70. 2-2. Miller swings and misses. Strike 3. Ryan Higgins has a second punch out, and there's 2 away in the second inning. Home plate umpire Scott Alexander was signaling there was a foul tip, and Rogers was able to hold on for the second out. And Dalton Chapman, the 9-hitter, bats with 2 on and 2 out. Can Higgins get a scoreless third here? Chapman doubled off the junior in the second. First pitch hit on the ground down the first base line. It's a fair ball. 1 run has scored. Rounding second base is Jacob Boyle. He moves to third, and Wise has extended its lead as Dalton Chapman dribbles one up the first base line. It sneaks past Floyd, and the Cavaliers are up 6-2. It just barely stayed fair up the first base line, and for what is a very receptive turf here at UVA Wise's Stallard Field. When I say receptive, balls are very soft once they hit the ground. They don't really skid across it. They kind of die on this infield. 2 on, 2 out. Top of the order up in Jaden Ruling, and the first pitch gets away from Rogers, but he hustles back behind the home plate and near the backstop to run it down before Ruling would have thought about, or rather Boyle thought about moving toward home. Boyle, the runner at third. Chapman has scored his second run with his 2-out double. Now Ruling bats the 1-0 pitch is fisted, first base side and foul ground. Floyd can't get to it as it bounces as well beyond the fencing area. 1 ball, 1 strike count. 2 away, 2 on. Wise has a 2-out run here in the third. 3-run first, 2-run second, 1-run third. So far as Higgins comes set, the 1-1 pitch to Jaden Ruling is low. It gets away from Rogers. Boyle is sprinting home. He will score. It's 7-2. A wild pitch extends UVA Wise's lead. Carson-Newman has not been sharp in this series finale so far. No errors have been committed, but some uncharacteristic things occurring. 7-2 game is rolling, grounds one up the first base, or rather third base line, and it's foul for strike two. 2-ball, 2-strike count. After a 7th run scores for Wise here in the third, second of the inning, to increase the Cavaliers' lead to 5 at 7-2. And Carson-Newman battling through the rain delay, had to sit in the first base dugout for basically 90 minutes before being able to warm up for this game. Ground ball to third. Gibson has it off 2 hops, sets his feet, throws to first, and Ruling is retired. But not before Wise brings in a 6th and 7th run. They score twice on 2 hits in the third, no errors, 1 left. We've played a third of the finale in the regular season. It's Wise 7 and Carson-Newman 2. You're listening to the Eagles on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
From the second deck of the Premier Bus, it's Carson-Newman baseball in the regular season finale. It's the Eagles trailing UVA Wise 7-2 as we get set to begin the 4th inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. Shout out to our Premier Bus driver, Randy. It's been great figuring out how I can set things up. We've kept the bus on and the power on for everything to be set up to broadcast Carson-Newman's regular season finale. As the first pitch of the 4th inning is a line drive down the right field line. Rodriguez drops it in for extra bases, and he has a leadoff double to begin the 4th inning. Good swing from the freshman who had his 2nd career home run yesterday, drove in 3 in the nightcap, and has his first hit of the finale. Carson-Newman's 3rd hit begins the 4th inning. Good swing from Rodriguez. Shout out to Randy, though. He's been terrific, not only as his duties getting Carson-Newman baseball everywhere this season, but also goes above and beyond his expectations. Helping us get in a good location, or me get in a good location here and get things set up to broadcast this game from the second deck of our double-decker of this Premier Bus. Series finale as Tanner Kilgore stands in and takes a first pitch strike from the southpaw Gabe Gowder, who had retired 6 straight prior to that Rodriguez double to begin this inning. Eagles trying to mount a comeback. They did it down 6 in the opener yesterday. Kilgore sees the next pitch come in, but it's low. 1 ball and 1 strike the count as Rodriguez stands at second base after the Eagles' 3rd hit. Top of the 4th inning, Wise has scored 7 straight runs. Gowder lifts and pitches. Kilgore thought about offering the appeal out to the first base umpire, says that Kilgore had held up as Randall Hartz made that judgment call. 2 ball, 1 strike count on Carson-Newman's 5-hitter in the DH, Kilgore. Rodriguez at second to 2-1. Kilgore swings and pops it up toward the left side, just into the outfield grass. Goes the shortstop Miller. He's back to make the catch. And there's 1 gone in inning 4. Pop out is the first out. And now Cole Nathan after he drew a walk to begin the 2nd. Gowder, the lefty, has caused some problems for Carson-Newman. He's only needed 41 pitches to record the game's first 7 outs. 3 1/3, just 1 strikeout. Nathan up next. The 6-hitter waits on the first pitch, and the lefty fires at a strike to Cole Nathan. One hit this series for Nathan, 49 for the year, playing in his 48th game of the year. The only Carson-Newman player to appear in all 48 games. He's started all 48. Next one to the junior second baseman is low. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Top of the fourth inning, UVA Wise 7, Carson-Newman 2. Second baseman Nathan trying to cut into this Wise advantage. Cavaliers led for the entire series opener until the 9th inning. 1-1. Nathan takes low. He watched that one all the way into Jacob Boyle's catcher's mitt before electing to stay away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Southpaw looks at second, now pitches to Nathan, a high fastball, 3-1. Well, Nathan drew the only free pass issued by Gowder, and that was in the second. Nathan's into a hitter's count here in the fourth, with Rodriguez standing at second. His 9th double of the year has the Eagles with a base runner on here in the fourth, and they'll get a second base runner as Nathan draws a 5-pitch walk. First and second here in the fourth inning of a 5-run game. Carson-Newman has 11 comeback victories this year, and they're trying to make it 12. They're down 5 in the fifth, with Braxton Smith coming to the plate. Tom Griffin gives his batter and runners signs from his coach's box, and now everybody gets ready in position. Smith, the batter, with 2 on and 1 out. First pitch. Smith takes a strike. Braxton Smith had a single and 2 walks in yesterday's nightcap after going 0 for 2 in the series opener. He was walked, hit by a pitch, and then drew a bases-loaded 2-out walk that tied the game in the series opener at 7. He takes an 0-1 pitch low, and it's a ball and a strike as Gabe Gowder has had to work in this fourth inning. He was efficient in the first 3, but has run into some problems here in the fourth. No runs have scored yet, but the Eagles have traffic. First time the Eagles have had multiple guys on base against the left-handed pitcher here in this game. Gowder offers a 1-1 to Braxton Smith, who takes a second strike. 1 ball, 2 strike count on the Carson-Newman's center fielder. 7-2 Wise, 2 on base, 1 in scoring position. That's Rodriguez. Nathan at first. Nobody holds them on as the 1-2 to Smith is an elevated fastball. Two is the left-handed pitcher Gabe Gowder, the freshman from Flowey Branch, Georgia. Pitches for the Cavaliers here on Senior Day. Smith is waiting on a 2-2. Here it is from Gowder. It's hit sharply back up the middle. Diving play at second. Flip to second for 1 out. Back to first, not in time. Good diving play. That's a reserve in there as well for the Cavaliers. Bernard Krauk, the second baseman, the new second baseman in the game for Johnson, made a nice diving play to rob Smith of a base hit. Smith does reach on the fielder's choice. Corners occupied on the 4-6 put out at second base. Rodriguez to third. And the 2-out batter is Jacob Rogers here in the fourth inning. Great defensive play. It stays a 7-2 game as Gowder pitches inside and low to Jacob Rogers. Boyle blocks it at the plate. And the count is 1-0. Again, you won't hear any crowd noise throughout this game. Broadcasting from the top of the Premier Bus, so well a ways from the field, but in a location well enough to see 85%, maybe 80% of the field. To bring you Carson-Newman baseball on this Saturday afternoon, regular season finale, as Rogers swings and lifts an 0-1 pitch out toward right center field. Over is the center fielder, Chapman, just beyond the Wise logo. He gathers it into his mitt, and Carson-Newman's fourth inning effort comes to an end. The Eagles get 2 base runners on a hit and a walk, but they're left on base. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left by the Eagles. They've left 3 through 4 innings and have been blanked for a third straight by Gabe Gowder. 7-2 Wise as we head to the home half of the fourth here in Wise, Virginia on the Eagle Sports Network.
Warm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Back at Stallard Field, and Carson-Newman has gone to its bullpen for the first time in the regular season finale here on the Eagles Sports Network. The deficit for the Eagles is 7-2. And into the game is Kyle Adams for Carson-Newman. The freshman right-hander pitched in yesterday's game, didn't record it out in his relief outing, but is out there for the fourth after 3 innings from Ryan Higgins, allows 6 hits and 7 runs. And now Adams goes to work against what will be 2, 3, and 4 of UVA Wise's batting order. Bernard Krauk will lead things off for the Cavaliers in the 4th inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. Krauk gets his first at-bat. He's a .230 hitter this year in 70 at-bats. As Adams continues to warm up prior to this appearance in the 4th inning for Carson-Newman, will be his 14th appearance of the year. Again, did not pitch more than just 2 batters in yesterday's nightcap. And after relieving Eli Norris, he only threw 11 pitches, 5 strikes, gave up 2 hits, including that 3-run home run, but only one of the runs was charged to him. So he's back out there and will get an opportunity in the 4th inning of a 5-run game, trying to keep Carson-Newman within striking distance here on the Eagles Sports Network. Adams on the mound for the Eagles for his 14th career appearance. 12 total innings and an ERA just under 7 as the first pitch of the 4th is a strike. It's 0-1. Again, this is a very similar feel to yesterday's series opener as Adams works quickly, and the 0-1 offering is a strike. Well, it's actually a ball, but the check swing and the appeal to first, and the umpire, Randall Hartz, there says it's a strike. Crook went around, and it's 0-2. Adams working ahead, the 0-2 offering, an elevated fastball. Rogers leaps out of his stance. To catch that high fastball on a waste pitch. 1-2 count, bottom of the 4th. Second baseman swings and fouls it back. In yesterday's opener, Carson-Newman scored first, but then Wise scored the next 7 runs in the game, most of which scored in the middle innings. The Cavaliers led 7-1 after 6. 1-2 pitch missed low, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. But the Eagles rallied, scored 8 runs in the final 3 innings, headlined by a 3-run 9th. To win 9-7 to complete an 11th comeback victory this year as the 2-2 pitch runs inside and Adams hit by the pitch. Adams hits the batter Krauk on a 2-2 fastball, and Wise has the leadoff batter aboard for the 4th straight inning. First inning walk, second inning double, third inning double, and now a hit batter begins the 4th for UVA Wise. Eagles have been playing, and rather pitching, with traffic all afternoon long. Now Joshua Morgan homered off Adams yesterday. Takes a ball throw to first, late. Lloyd Stagg just a hair late on the Rogers snap throw back to first. The pitching of Drew Fletcher and McCain Mangum down the stretch allowed Carson-Newman to rally from down 6 runs in that series opener. Can the Eagles get something like that from maybe Adams or somebody? Picked to first. Is Crook picked off? He is. A great decision by Kyle Adams. A quick move at the mound at first, and he picks off Wise's leadoff runner for the first out of the inning. A great job by Kyle Adams. A quick move to pick off the runner at first. 1 away, and now the base is clear for Joshua Morgan. The first pitch was a ball. The second one is a swinging strike. Carson-Newman's offense has shown the ability to get better and have late inning success. The Eagles need an arm to give them some length and some scoreless innings as Adams fires in a second strike, and the freshman from Gordonsville, Tennessee, has worked ahead on Joshua Morgan 1-2. Adams a long look into his catcher. Rogers gets into his windup. The 1-2 is fouled back by Morgan. And sometimes at this point in the year, when you're playing a team that knows its season's over, they play with a little bit more freedom than most teams would. UVA Wise knows this is the final game of their season. And for many of their seniors as well, their final collegiate game and maybe baseball game ever. Morgan takes a 1-2 pitch outside. It's 2-2. With 1 away in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sometimes that makes for a dangerous series. Eagles have taken care of the first 2, but behind in the finale. 2-2 to Morgan. High fastball, it's 3-2. Got a bat here from UVA Wise's senior right fielder with 1 away in the 4th, trying to give him another ace runner. Payoff from Adams. Morgan chased the breaking ball in the turf. Rogers keeps it in front. His throw to first completes the strikeout. Carson-Newman's 3rd strikeout of the day is the first by Adams, and there's 2 away in the 4th. Risky decision by Adams. Breaking ball wasn't in the zone, but he got Morgan to offer at it. And there's 2 away for the cleanup batter, Carter Babb. Babb has singled and grounded out and takes the first pitch for a strike. Sun was out for about an inning, and now it's behind a cloud as Carson-Newman pitches here in the 4th and plays defense. A second strike to Babb. It's 0-2. DH steps out and calls for time. He's homered 3 times in the series. A hit, obviously, in each of these 3 as well. Next pitch is low. Live stats have it as 2-1, so we're going to go with that first pitch. Maybe it was ball 2, or ball 1, rather than being strike 1 as Babb takes high, and it's potentially ball 3. Now live stats have updated to say it's 2-2. Adams back to work. There's 2 away in the 4th inning, trying to get a 1-2-3 frame. Next one to Babb is hit well, sharply through the left side of base hit. Hit on the line, Rodriguez and Gibson threw out their gloves to try to make a line drive catch, but Babb hit it too sharply through the 2 infielders for a base hit. A 2-out knock from Carter Babb is his 2nd hit of the day. And now Dane Freelick. Carson-Newman's deficit is 5 runs here in the 4th. Adams needs an out to get the Eagles their first scoreless inning on the mound in this game as Freelick takes away. And it's 1-0. Rogers had to slide to his right as that breaking ball was offered in by Adams. Short lead for Babb at first base as the freshman sets, and the offering to Frelick is a strike. Well, the motion of Scott Alexander on his strikes is very quick. He just does a quick point with his index finger when he makes his strike call, so it's sometimes hard to tell as the 1-1 pitch drops below the zone as Frelick dropped down toward that pitch and watched it into Rogers' mitt for ball 2. 2-1 count. Adams facing Frelick here in the fifth, or in the fourth rather, and the 2-1 is popped foul out of play. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Eagles winners of 9, or rather 8 straight, trying to make it 9 to go into the postseason with the conference's longest active winning streak in Division II's baseball's 5th longest. Swinging a drive, center field. Smith is ranging over to the wall. He won't get there. No, he will get there. Great play from Braxton Smith. The runner at second, and Babb was turning, and it looked like he was going to head home, but having to go off the reactions, it was Smith who made the catch. Out in deep center field, robbing potentially Frelick of extra bases and maybe Wise of an 8th run. It stays 7-2. Kyle Adams gives Carson-Newman its first scoreless inning on the mound. He does it in the 4th. And it keeps the Eagles down just 5 after 4. This is Carson-Newman Baseball, and it's on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Regular season finale for Carson-Newman is 4 innings in. The Eagles trail UVA Wise 7-2 here on the Eagles Sports Network. Andrew Rogers, glad you've decided to join us, whether you're listening in on cneagles.com/live for the audio-only portion of that broadcast or listening in on the YouTube stream on the bus. We are broadcasting the Eagles and their regular season finale, trailing Wise 7-2, and Ryan Bolton leads off the 5th inning of a 5-run game. And the first pitch is grounded to short. Morgan Miller makes the routine play fielding Wise, and his low throw is gobbled up by Knight. And Ryan Bolton retired for the second time on a 6-3 ground out. One away, and the top of the order is now coming to the plate for the Eagles here in the 5th. It's Logan Floyd. He's 1 for 2. Hit one sharply to left and flew out in his last at-bat of this series finale. Floyd is now north of 200 career hits after a 2-hit performance against Shorter earlier this week as he takes an elevated fastball for a ball. Floyd's had a terrific year, and when he comes back for his senior season, he'll have an opportunity to maybe track down the program's all-time hits mark. 1-1, or 1-0 rather, is off the plate from Gowder. It's 2 balls and no strikes. 5-run game, top of the 5th inning. Wise 7, Carson-Newman 2. 5 unanswered runs from the Cavaliers in the finale so far. 2-0 pitch, a strike to Floyd. Floyd has 71 hits this season. 16 more than any other hitter on this Eagles roster this year. Next one home. 2-1 pitch from the lefty is low. It's ball 3. He's got 19 doubles as well, which is working its way up to one of the higher marks in program history. The record for doubles in a year is 25. He's in the top 7 all-time in doubles in a single season with still the postseason left. Swinging a foul ball on a 3-1. Loads the count up. Floyd actually with 2 outs on the board, and here comes Sebastian Rodriguez. Good 2-out knock, and now a conversation being had between the catcher Boyle and the pitcher here in this 5th inning. I'd like to welcome you to those continuing to listen here on the Eagles Sports Network. Not only are we broadcasting from the bus today, but UVA Wise's campus internet also does not extend this far from the parking lot, which is actually near the softball field, believe it or not, but the internet not strong enough, so we're running off a hotspot, and it randomly overheated and turned off, so we've got it back on, and for those reconnecting with us, we're going to bring you Carson-Newman baseball. Still at the top of the 5th inning, 2 base hits for the Eagles. So do Diaz and Floyd have singles, and they're aboard with 2 outs as Rodriguez takes the first pitch for a strike from Gabe Gowder, his 65th offering, trying to pitch through this 5th inning. Southpaw has just 2 strikeouts. His defense has been good, and he's allowed just 5 hits. 0-1 to Rodriguez. Swing and a miss at strike 2. Rodriguez doubled against the lefty in the 4th. Last half inning. Started the 4th inning with a double, but was left at 3rd. He's trying to drive in a couple of Eagle runners who are on 1st and 2nd base. Gowder comes set, and his 0-2 to Rodriguez is off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Can the Eagles chip away at a 5-run deficit? They overcame a 6-run deficit earlier in this series yesterday, trying to do it from down 5. Shortstop Rodriguez waits on the 1-2 and pops it up into the air toward foul ground. The third baseman Freelick gives it a look, and it lands just before the parking lot before bouncing over a Toyota Highlander and rolling foul. Rodriguez stays alive in this lefty-lefty matchup. He homered in a lefty-lefty matchup yesterday. Doesn't get many of these opportunities this year just to face left-handed pitching, but he's excelled at it. Another 1-2. Rodriguez drives it towards center field. Feels like a routine play. It's the left fielder rolling over into the gap, and he makes the catch. And Carson-Newman's 5th inning attack comes to an end. The Eagles have put multiple runners on base in consecutive innings, but have left them there. Another 2-hit frame. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left by the Eagles. They've stranded 5 through 5 and trail by 5 after 4.5 at Stallard Field on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Carson-Newman's gone back to its bullpen. The Eagles will turn to Braxton Roberts here in inning number 5. The deficit for the Eagles is 5, and that's what Roberts will pitch in here. The 5th inning of a 5-run game, 6, 7, 8 of UVA Wise's batting order to face the senior Roberts from Sweetwater, Tennessee. Roberts goes to the mound for Carson-Newman, redshirt senior, appearing in his 23rd career game, 8th of the year. 6 walks, 5 strikeouts, 13 career strikeouts for Braxton Roberts as he goes to the mound to face the 6-hitter Drew Knight to begin this 5th inning. After a Kyle Adams scoreless 4th, Roberts starts the 5th with ball 1. Roberts again hasn't pitched this weekend. The Eagles trying to keep guys fresh. And the score is what it is as well. And so the Eagles trying to give some guys some opportunity here as well as Roberts fires in a strike to even the count on Drew Knight. Higgins started the day, went 3 innings, allowed 6 hits and 7 runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Adams went 1 inning, gave up a hit, no runs on a walk and a strikeout as well. Next pitch to Drew Knight is a strike. It's 1-2. Drew Knight was hit by a first inning pitch and then grounded out in the 3rd. Batting for the 3rd time in 5 frames. Waits on a 1-2 and takes it low. 2-ball, 2-strike count as the sun tries to peek its way out here again at Stallard Field. Game that was supposed to start at 3 started 94 minutes late because of rain. Ball crushed to left, and it's a no-doubt home run for Drew Knight off Braxton Roberts. He clobbers it over the left field wall. A no-doubter is Drew Knight's 2nd home run of the year, and the Cavaliers have scored 8 straight runs since the 1st. It is 8-2 in the 5th. 2-1 pitch, or 2-2 pitch rather, absolutely belted by Drew Knight off Braxton Roberts. And the Eagles will head to the bullpen here. Roberts just gets 1 batter and gives up the long ball. Jacob Boyle will face another Carson-Newman arm. It'll be the 3rd reliever of the day for the Eagles. The deficit is 6 runs. It's 8-2. In the bottom of the 5th inning, there's nobody out after a leadoff Drew Knight home run. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
For our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local stores, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Carson-Newman has gone to a new pitcher. It is Aaron Bobo for the Eagles to face Jacob Boyle in this 6-run game. It's 8-2. Wise has scored the last 8 runs of the game after Carson-Newman's 2-run blast from Bradley Soto Diaz gave the Eagles an early lead, but they were not able to hold on to it, and the offense has gone cold. And now Aaron Bobo pitches for the 6th time this year. 2.4 ERA for Bobo over 5 appearances. And the first pitch to Jacob Boyle is a strike. Braxton Roberts gets 1 batter here in the 5th and gives up the home run. So the Eagles turn to Aaron Bobo. Sophomore from Knoxville pitches the next one in, and it's popped up in the infield. Left side is Sebastian Rodriguez calling off Aiden Gibson. Catch is made, charging in, and there's 1 away in this 5th inning on the pop out by Boyle. First time he's been retired. And now the 8-hitter comes up for UVA Wise and Morgan Miller. So Aaron Bobo gets the ball. He is Carson-Newman's 3rd reliever and 4th pitcher of this series finale. Eagles have tried to be cautious with their starting pitching, and so the bullpen's got a lot more work this weekend. Bobo gets his first opportunity and fires in a strike. Knoxville native has one career win. That was by getting 1 pitch and 1 out in the 9th inning of the Wingate comeback victory on April 4th. Nothing in 1 pitch. Miller check swing grounder to first. Floyd fields it cleanly with his left foot on the line, and he takes it to the bag himself. 3 unassisted is the second out of the 5th inning, and in just 4 pitches, Aaron Bobo has recorded 2 outs. Bobo pitching in a conference game for the 3rd time, a scoreless inning at Emory and Henry, and then just that one batter faced that he got out against Wingate. Limited opportunity for the sophomore, but he's looked good so far here in 2 batters faced in the 5th. And the first pitch to the leadoff man rolling is hit out to right, or actually that's Dalton Chapman lining one sharply to deep right, and Aaron Bobo calms things down. He throws just 5 pitches and takes care of Wise after the leadoff home run. A run on the home run from Drew Knight to begin the 5th, and Wise has scored 8 unanswered runs. Can Carson-Newman change that in the 6th inning? We'll find out as the Eagles are set to bring 5, 6, and 7 to the plate when we return to Stallard Field in Wise, Virginia.
Warm food got down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to Stallard Field here on the Eagles Sports Network. Andrew Rogers broadcasting today from the second deck of our premier bus that brought us to Wise, Virginia for this weekend series. A series finale that's taking place 94 minutes late because of a rain delay. Rain throughout much of the afternoon has given way to partly cloudy skies here as we are past 6 o'clock, and the 6th inning begins with Tanner Kilgore taking ball 1. From Gabe Gowder, 5 innings of 2-run ball from the southpaw. One of his better starts of the year has come at the right time in his freshman year. Next one to Kilgore is line foul into the screen. Gowder went 5 innings of 2-run ball last time out against Anderson a week ago. Limited opportunity, but has started conference games really since the beginning of March. 1-1 to Kilgore is a swing and a miss on a 1-1 pitch. This is Gowder's 5th start. He's been a multi-inning guy, but he's been a bullpen arm for the Cavaliers, and so far has been a great starter. Lefty pitches to Kilgore. Low and away, it's ball 2. More activity for Carson-Newman in its bullpen. Harrison Shelton is throwing for the Eagles as the offense bats here in the 6th inning. Kilgore hits one well toward right field. Joshua Morgan is after it, and he ranges over in deep right to make the catch. And there's one away as Kilgore flies out. He's now 0 for 3. And the one-out batter is Cole Nathan. It's actually not Harrison Shelton throwing for the Eagles. They have 2 pitchers throwing. Double barrel action. It's Will Sharp and Cameron Butler throwing for Carson-Newman to potentially get the 6th inning. Cole Nathan against the lefty Gowder with one away in the 6th inning. First pitch swinging, lines it sharply foul down the third base side. It would have been extra bases, but it hooked foul just before the fencing area that separates the playing surface from Wise's bullpen. Eight-two Cavaliers in the 6th inning. Nathan takes ball 1 low. Nathan officially 0 for 0. He's been walked twice. He's been walked more than 30 times now this year. Only Eagle to be on base in their first 2 at-bats of this game. Plate appearance number 3 is right now, and he takes ball 2 away. Cavaliers have some guys stretching, loosening, running in their bullpen, preparing to enter the game potentially, as the lefty Gowder is pitched into this 6th inning, 5 1/3 right now, nearing 80 pitches as he offers to Nathan inside, as Nathan gets out of the way a little bit, and it's ball 3. Three balls and 1 strike. Gabe Gowder pitching for Wise. The starter's been terrific all day. Just the 1 2-run blast in the first and clean since, but he's walked Nathan for a 3rd straight time. Cole Nathan draws his 3rd straight walk in as many appearances at the plate. And Carson-Newman has a base runner for the 3rd straight half inning. Can the Eagles do something with their offense here in this series finale? They've had multiple guys on base in each of the last 2 innings, but have left them in scoring position. First one to Braxton Smith, the center fielder, is a strike from the lefty Gowder. That was pitch 80. Freshman from Georgia has one of his best outings of the year right now, his longest of the year at 5 1/3 as he misses inside to Smith, and it's 1-1. He went 5 innings in his last start, and then to begin the month, 5 innings against Lincoln Memorial, but walked 6 in that start. The walks have not been an issue for him today, just 3, and all to the same Carson-Newman hitter. As Smith swings and fouls a 1-1 back, and the count shifts to 1-2. Entering this start, the southpaw had walked 11 batters in his last 3 outings. And over his last 6, had walked 17 guys in 6 appearances since the end of March. 1-2 to Smith is outside. It's an even count now, 2-2. He's walked 3 in this game, but those walks don't really feel like they've existed because they haven't come in costly situations. Nathan has drawn walks with 1 out and to lead off innings. Smith fists one, first base side. It is slicing and it goes foul. Wasn't hit all that well, but traveled far enough away from the right fielder Morgan as he was trying to track it down in foul ground. And the pitch count continues to increase for Gowder into the mid-80s as this battle with Smith continues at 2-2. Eagles down 6 in the 6th, then Smith checks his swing on a high fastball and just barely clipped it foul. Yesterday's game in the series opener, Carson-Newman rallied from down 7-1 in the 7th. Can it get it done again? Down 6 in the 6th right now, 8-2. 1 out on the board and 1 runner on at Nathan at first. Gowder looks at him, now pitches to Smith. Smith is rung up on strikes. Scott Alexander rings up Braxton Smith. 3rd strikeout from the southpaw. There's 2 away in the inning. Two outs on the board, and the 8-hitter Jacob Rogers stands in for the Eagles. The Eagles have 2 runs in the game. It was on 1 swing in the first from Soto Diaz. Rogers swings and grounds one sharply up the line at 3rd. Rogers, a couple of flyouts. He's hit the ball really hard in his first 2 plate appearances in innings 2 and 4, but he's not reached base despite the hard contact. Trying to continue on this 6th inning for Carson-Newman. The Eagles have left 5. Only have 5 hits as well. And just 3 hits since the opening inning. Gowder a long look at first. Now the pitch to Rogers is outside. Longest outing of the year for the freshman Gabe Gowder. 5 2/3. Can he get through a 6th inning and pitch a 5th straight scoreless frame as well? Nathan gets his lead, and now Rogers swings on the 1-1 pitch. He's belted out toward left center field. Rogers gives it a ride, and this ball has left the yard. Jacob Rogers delivers his first career home run with 2 outs in the 6th inning. The Eagles are within 4. Talked about how Rogers had been swinging the bat very well in this game, and he absolutely crushed one to left center field off the lefty Gowder with 2 outs here in the inning. 2 deep flyouts for the senior catcher from Dandridge. And now he's got his first career bomb in his 32nd career game. 8-4 in the 6th inning. And now a mound visit by the Cavaliers here in the 6th inning. Big swing, much needed swing. The long ball has aided Carson-Newman. They've scored 4 runs on now 2 swings. Soto Diaz home run, and now a Jacob Rogers home run for the Eagles has made this a 4-run game. The 9-hitter Ryan Bolton is awaiting a Gabe Gowder offering as his mound visit comes to an end. Cavaliers now have a right-handed pitcher starting to throw here in the bullpen. He's not on the mound. He's doing some soft toss in front of the mound, very close to his catcher. Right-handers Sawyer Patrick. Time called, and we've got 3 umpires. All 3 umpires chatting things over on the first base line. Uncertain of what that could be about here in this 6th inning. But Carson-Newman has made this a 4-run game on Jacob Rogers, his first career home run. Wonder maybe if it was an appeal about Rogers touching the bases, or maybe Soto Diaz touching a base. Either way, nothing's changed, at least from what I can tell from well away from the playing surface. 2-out batter, the 9-hitter Ryan Bolton, looking to reach base for the first time. Tries to bunt for a hit, third base side. Beautiful bunt. Frelick grabs it, but he won't be able to make a throw because Bolton was already at first by the time the ball was in Frelick's bare hand. Perfect infield bunt from Ryan Bolton, his first hit. And all of a sudden, Carson-Newman's got some life. The Rogers home run has kick-started a 2-out rally here in the 6th inning as Logan Floyd stands in a 4-run game. Gowder stays out there. Here's his 91st pitch, and Floyd, aggressive, bounces this one, or swings and misses for strike 1. Carson-Newman scored a ton of runs. In fact, all 8 of those runs in the series opener and that rally yesterday came with 2 outs. Floyd, line drive up the middle, base hit into center field. Bolton rounding second base. He's trying to go first to third. The throw to third is late. Bolton with a head-first slide into third safely. And the Eagles have the corners occupied here in the 6th inning. The 8th hit from the Eagles is the 3rd by Floyd, his 3rd single. Advances Bolton, who runs hard to get to 3rd. And the Eagles, down 4, have put 2 on the corners here in the 6th inning. Wise's infield will come in, and the Cavaliers are going to go to the bullpen. The best start of Gabe Gowder's freshman year will come to an end, his longest of the year. He goes 5 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 strikeouts, but the Eagles finally get to him here in inning 6. It's 8-4. Jacob Rogers has scored 2 runs for the Eagles on his first career home run, and the Eagles have 2 more on base here with 2 outs. More on Sawyer Patrick, the UVA-wise new pitcher, after this.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
More good things from Carson-Newman with 2 outs. They have run Gabe Gowder out of the game here in the 6th inning, and now the Eagles will get to face Sawyer Patrick in his 7.9 ERA. Patrick, the pitcher for the Cavaliers, here on the Eagles Sports Network in a 2-run game. Carson-Newman's 2 runs in this 6th, or in a 4-run game. Eagles have scored twice here in inning 6 because of a Jacob Rogers 2-run home run, his first career home run. And now the Cavaliers give the ball to Sawyer Patrick, a junior from Hazard, Kentucky, 6'3" righty. Recorded 1 out, and it was a strikeout in his effort on the mound in yesterday's doubleheader. He pitched for the Cavaliers and just got that 1 out yesterday. This season, a 7.9 ERA for Sawyer Patrick, a right-handed pitcher with a 7.9 ERA, over 25 innings, 17 walks, 17 strikeouts for Patrick. He continues to warm up prior to another appearance this season. It'll be his 19th, team best 19th appearance on the mound for Sawyer Patrick. Comes in a 4-run game as Carson-Newman tries to chip away. He pitched in the series opener, the first game of yesterday. Got 1 out before being pulled for another reliever, and now he's trying to get at least the final out of this 6th inning. All right, Floyd and Bolton with back-to-back base hits. They're at first and third for Aiden Gibson. The righty Patrick comes set, and he pitches the ball into the turf. Nobody moves because Boyle blocked it at the plate. 1-0. Gibson 0 for 2. Sack bunt in the first, ground out and a strikeout in his other 2 chances in this game. Facing the righty Patrick with 2 away. 1-0. It was low. Ball goes up the line. Boyle tosses his mask and tracks it down under stay put. Carson-Newman's 6-run comeback win in yesterday's series opener, the largest comeback win on the road this season. Can they do it again? They're down 4 now in the 6th inning with 2 on and 2 out, and Gibson takes low. It is 3 balls and no strikes. Sawyer Patrick has not found the strike zone since entering this 6th inning. Junior righty comes set. Gibson might be taking all the way, and he is, and it's also ball 4. The tying run is coming to the plate for the Eagles here in the 6th inning of a 4-run game. Bases loaded, and it's Bradley Soto Diaz. Sawyer Patrick, 4 pitches, 4 balls. Floyd is second. Bolton stays at third as Gibson joins them on the bases. Soto Diaz has homered in this game, his 6th of the year, started the scoring for the Eagles. Sawyer Patrick, the righty, comes set with the bases loaded. The first one to Soto Diaz is ball 1. 5 pitches from Sawyer Patrick and 5 balls. The Eagles have scored twice in the 6th inning. Can they add more? Patrick comes set, glove at his chest. The pitch to Soto Diaz bounces low, gets away from Boyle. Bolton hustling home. The throw is late. It's 8-5. The deficit down to 3. A wild pitch brings in Bolton. Gibson and Floyd move into scoring position with 2 outs. A 6th straight ball from Sawyer Patrick out of the bullpen. And it's a 2-0 count as well on Soto Diaz. Time called And I believe, let's see, it's the head coach, Brandon Costa, out to talk with Sawyer Patrick here in the 6th inning. 6 pitches from the righty, 6 balls. Eagles have made this a 3-run game, and they've done all their damage with 2 outs. Headlined by Jacob Rogers, his first career home run. Another righty is loosening for the Cavaliers. It's Mason McCamus. He pitched yesterday. Mason McClarnis. Sophomore right-hander went an inning and a third and allowed 2 runs yesterday. Wonder if he's asked to come into this game at some point here soon. 2-0. Patrick has missed on his first 6 pitches since entering this 6th inning. Soto Diaz takes ball 3. 7 straight misses from Sawyer Patrick. There is an open base at first here because of the wild pitch that has scored another Eagles run in this 6th inning and has moved runners to second and third. So Soto Diaz might be at first here soon as Patrick sets, and the pitch to Soto Diaz bounces, gets away from Boyle. Floyd will take off and score again. It is 8-6. 8 straight balls from Sawyer Patrick. A 4-pitch walk to Floyd, and on the 4th pitch, it gets away from Boyle, allowing Floyd to score, and Gibson moves to third. That's it for Sawyer Patrick. Not a relief performance that he will remember and want to remember. 8 pitches, 8 balls, 2 wild pitches, and all of a sudden, Carson-Newman's made it a 2-run game. 8-6, and the go-ahead run here in the 6th inning is at the plate when Mason McClarnis comes into the game for the Cavaliers after this.
Warm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
More Carson-Newman comebacks here on the Eagles Sports Network. It's a 2-run game in the snap of a finger. Carson-Newman trailed by 6 entering this inning. And after a 1-out walk by Cole Nathan, Braxton Smith struck out, but then Jacob Rogers on a 2-strike pitch with 2 outs launched his first career home run over the left center field wall. Bolton and Floyd followed with singles, and then Sawyer Patrick entered and threw 8 straight balls, including 2 wild pitches, that brought home Carson-Newman runs to make it 8-6. It's a 4-run 6th inning, and the 9th batter of the inning will be Sebastian Rodriguez to face Wise's new pitcher, Mason McClarnis. 9.1 ERA in 11 appearances, or 10 appearances, now 11 for the sophomore righty this year, 28 2/3 innings for McClarnis on the mound. He went an inning and a third in yesterday's series opener for the Cavaliers. And now he gets the ball once again for the second time in 3 games after pitching the opener, and now he gets the ball in the finale of a 2-run game. Still a long ways to go, too. We're just in the top of the 6th inning in a game that is exactly now 2 hours in. Remember, we started 94 minutes late. We were scheduled to start at 3, and rain forced that to not happen till 4:34. And here at 6:34 local time in Wise, Virginia, we're 2 hours in, and we're in the top of the 6th inning of an 8-6 game. Carson-Newman trying to rally. They're trying to do it now against Mason McClarnis, who works with the corners occupied against the lefty Rodriguez, who shows bunt and takes ball 1. UVA Wise pitchers have missed on 9 straight pitches. Can McClarness find the zone at some point here? Soto Diaz at first, Gibson at third as the righty comes set at the belt, and the pitch to Rodriguez. He shows bunt and takes a strike. The first Wise strike from a reliever. And the count evens on Sebastian Rodriguez, who is 1 for 3. His base hit was in the fourth off the starter, Gabe Gowder. A look at first, and now the pitch to Rodriguez is high, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count on Carson-Newman's freshman shortstop. Second career home run in the first inning yesterday. Trying to give the Eagles another run here in the 6th inning. 2-1 pitch is a second strike to Rodriguez, waist high. Corners occupied as Carson-Newman's head coach Tom Griffin gives fresh signals to his runners and batter. Everybody readies up again. Soto Diaz and Gibson get their leads. Sebastian Rodriguez in the batter's box. The 2-2 from McClarness is outside. It's 3-2. A very meaningful pitch coming here from Mason McClarness in the 6th inning. Soto Diaz took off on that pitch as well. He moves to second base. And so the runners won't be in motion. It's second and third, 2 outs in the 6th inning. A payoff pitch from the righty McClarness is on the way to Rodriguez, and he takes ball 4 low. The 4th walk by UVA Wise in the 6th inning, the 3rd straight. Loads the bases again for Carson-Newman, and here comes Tanner Kilgore. Can the Eagles take advantage of all of these Wise free passes here in this 6th inning? Kilgore, the 10th batter of the inning. He started the inning with a fly out to right. Go ahead run on base as McClarness pitches to Kilgore, who swings and fouls it off. Strike 1. Kilgore this year with the bases loaded, just 0 for 3. Again, missed a good chunk of the year with that injury. Has worked his way back into the lineup. It's been good since. Trying to get his first hit of this game here as he takes low from McClarness and the count evens. Eagles have had so many bases loaded opportunities this year. This is the 100th at-bat of the year with the bases loaded. 8-6 game in the 6th inning. It's a 4-run inning for Carson-Newman. 1-1 to Kilgore. It hit Tanner Kilgore. It's a 1-run game. A 1-1 fastball drills Tanner Kilgore. It's 8-7. 4th straight free pass. 3 walks and now a hit batter. And Carson-Newman has the tying run 90 feet away. Bases are still loaded, and now Cole Nathan gets a turn. The 11th batter of Carson-Newman's 6th inning. Absolute chaos in the 6th inning, all with 2 outs. McClarness' first one to Nathan is a strike waist high. More action in the Cavaliers' bullpen. Free passes by Sawyer Patrick have been added onto by Mason McClarness here in this 6th inning. 8-7 Cavaliers. Eagles within a run. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Nathan takes low. It's 1-1. Can Carson-Newman rally from another 6-run deficit on the road? It's just the 6th inning. They're down a run now as Nathan swings and bounces one softly in the infield. Miller tried to barehand it. He couldn't do it. 8 all. An infield hit from Cole Nathan is the 6th run. Scores the 6th run of the 6th inning for Carson-Newman. We're tied at 8. And the bases are still loaded as Soto Diaz scores. This inning has been crazy. We're tied at 8. And now time is called by Carson-Newman. And Braxton Smith is coming to the plate and will be Carson-Newman's 12th hitter of the inning. All of Carson-Newman's success has been with 2 outs on the scoreboard. Just wild what has unraveled for the Cavaliers. And Carson-Newman trying to reap the benefits, and they have of it. In this wild 6th inning, all 6 runs to score for the Eagles are with 2 outs. Since the second out of the 6th inning here, it's been a home run, single, single, walk, 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 hit by pitch, and a single. McLarness, can he get the final out of this wise 6th inning? Bases loaded for Braxton Smith. Eagles can regain the lead as Smith waits on the first pitch and takes a strike. No balls and a strike on Braxton Smith. Bases loaded as McLarness sets and offers to Smith. A low breaking ball that Boyle keeps in front. Sun really shining actually right in my eyes here. Way it deep into the parking lot beyond third and foul ground along the left side surrounding Stallard Field. From the Premier Bus, bringing you Carson-Newman baseball, the 1-1 to Braxton Smith is popped up out toward right field. Crook, the right fielder, or the second baseman, called off by Joshua Morgan. He makes the catch, and finally, a 6-run 6th inning comes to an end. Carson-Newman scores 6 times in the top of the 6th inning, and they did it all with 2 outs on the board. 6 runs on 4 hits, no errors. The Eagles strand the bases loaded. We have a brand new game after 5.5 innings. We're tied at 8 after 5.5. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Cameron Butler into the game for Carson-Newman. He will pitch the 6th inning, bottom half of the 6th inning against the top of Wise's batting order here on the Eagles Sports Network, and what has been another wild game here in Wise, Virginia. Somehow, some way, these Eagles continue to just find ways to come back in games that they feel like there's no hope. Offensively, they had just 5 hits entering that 6th inning. They get 4 in the inning and score 6 times, and now Cameron Butler takes over for Carson-Newman on the mound after Aaron Bobo pitched a scoreless 5th after Braxton Roberts gave up the leadoff home run in the 6th inning. Cameron Butler will make his 4th career outing appearance here this evening now. 2 1/3 innings in his first 3 outings. 2 have been against shorter. He's not allowed to run in his career. No walks and a strikeout. So Cameron Butler, the redshirt freshman from Hickson, Tennessee, against the top of Wise's order in a brand new game, tied at 8. The lefty Butler's first pitch to Jaden Ruling is a strike in the 6th inning. Bottom half of it is off and running. Ruling is 1 for 2. How does UVA Wise respond from an offensive standpoint? And now a game that is tied at 6, or tied at 8 in the 6th. Ruling takes inside from Cameron Butler. Even counted a ball and a strike. Sun now shining all over Stallard Field. It was a rain-filled start to the day, has given way to a nice evening here in Wise, Virginia, as Rolling sends one out toward left field. He gives it a ride as Ryan Bolton goes back to the wall, and Jaden Rolling flies out to deep left. Ryan Bolton tracks it down for the Eagles, and there's one away in the 6th inning. Rolling was running very hard up the first base line, and it looked like maybe he thought there was going to be an extra base hit for him there. But Bolton tracks it down near the left field line, and there's one away for UVA Wise's reserve second baseman now, Bernard Krauk. Cam Butler's first pitch is ball. Bernard Creek, 230 average for him. He was hit by a pitch since coming into the game in the 4th. Facing the lefty Butler with one away in the inning. Shows bunt and went around, missed it. It is now a strike on the reserve infielder. Bernard Creaky back into the batter's box and takes outside. 8-8. Carson-Newman has managed to get rid of a 6-run deficit all in one inning. Butler's next one to the second baseman is off the plate. I believe it's a 3-ball, 1-strike count on Wise's second baseman. Eagles have a lot of guys moving around in their bullpen as Butler pitches in the 6th inning of a tied game. Next one home is a strike and the count is full. Three balls and 2 strikes the count. Cameron Butler making his 4th career appearance on the mound right now. Here's the 3-2 home, and Creek takes ball 4. He's walked. Creaky will reach base for the Cavaliers, and now the one-out batter is Joshua Morgan. Morgan to the plate in a game that's tied. He's 0 for 2 on senior day. Hit a home run in the second game of yesterday. Doubleheader that Carson-Newman swept with a pair of 9-7 victories as Butler comes home for the first one to Morgan and misses. One ball, no strikes. Wise with a one-out base runner on a walk. Butler offers to Morgan, and he missed with a 1-0 offering. 2 balls, no strikes. McCain Mangum loosening for the Eagles as Butler comes home with a 2-0 to Morgan. He swings and bounces it sharply to short. Rodriguez diving play, low throw to first. Did Floyd scoop it off the turf? He did. The freshman Rodriguez, a diving play to his right, and then a throw that was low, but Floyd handled it. And Carson-Newman has a second out for Cameron Butler in this 6th inning. Robs Joshua Morgan of his first hit as he tried to dribble one through the left side. A nice defensive play from the freshman. Runner does move to second for the 2-out batter, Carter Babb. And before the first pitch, Jacob Rogers is coming to talk with Cameron Butler. McCain Mangum has been actively throwing for Carson-Newman. Eli Norris, among others, still standing out there as well. As wonder this conversation between Rogers and Butler maybe to stall some time for a reliever. Home plate umpire Scott Alexander breaks up the visit, and Rogers will walk back toward home plate. No movement from Carson-Newman's dugout just yet. And Butler will face Carter Babb. Nope, they're going to walk him. Intentionally walk Carter Babb. It could have been strategy to potentially think about and talk through what they want to do. And the Eagles will walk Carter Babb, who's 2 for 3 in this game and has 3 home runs this weekend. And instead, Cameron Butler will pitch to Dane Freelick. Freelick has a double in this game, scored and doubled in the third. He's flew out to center in his other 2 plate appearances in the first and fourth innings. He swings at the first pitch, dribbling it up the middle for a base hit. Wise will take the lead. Smith will throw it into the infield. It's cut off by Floyd, and UVA Wise goes back in front on a Dane Freelick base hit up the middle. It's 9-8 Cavs here in the 6th inning. First hit of the inning plates Wise's 9th run. They go back in front after Carson-Newman tied it. Back and forth we go. Tom Griffin is now making a walk to the mound, and the day might be over for Cameron Butler. Prior to that hit, the only 2 base runners were on an intentional walk and a 1-out walk. And Carson-Newman will indeed make a change. Will Sharp coming into the game for the 2nd time in his career with 2 outs on the board. There's 2 on, 2 out. Wise is back in front, 9-8. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Into the game for Carson-Newman is Will Sharp for the 2nd time this season here on the Eagles Sports Network. Will Sharp pitches for the Eagles in a 1-run game. Eagles trailing in the 6th inning. It's 9-8. 2 on for Wise as they try to add on to what is a lead they have regained here in the 6th inning. Sharp to work against Drew Knight. He homered last time up and pops up the first pitch near foul ground. Gibson at third gives it a look as he sprints into foul ground, but the ball lands in Wise's bullpen. Foul ball for strike 1. Will Sharp into the game for Carson-Newman. 1 pitch, 1 out in his debut against Tusculum 11 days ago. And now the redshirt freshman from Knoxville appears for the 2nd time in his career. And the righty fires in a pitch that is off the plate to Drew Knight. It's a 1-1 count. Hit by pitch and a ground out as well for Drew Knight, making his first appearance of this weekend series. Did not play yesterday. Sharp comes set at the belt. 2 on, 2 out. He pitches and missed outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Just the 10th start of the year for Drew Knight, a .243 hitter. Hit his 2nd home run of the season in the 5th inning of this game. 9-8 Wise, the 2-1 is popped up right side this time. Floyd gives it a look as he sprints near the fencing area, but sees it land up near the road. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. (9-8) Cavaliers, they've regained the lead. Can Will Sharp keep it just a 1-run game as he pitches a 2-2? And it is fouled off. Actually, no, it may have been high. May have been high for a 3-2. Had to avoid the binoculars a little bit because of this sun that is right in our face. So we broadcast from the second deck of our Premier bus. Believe it was either a foul ball or ball 3 high. Runners don't move, so it must be 2-2 as this ball is put in play out toward left field. Bolton and Smith are going over. The catch is made, and Will Sharp faces one batter and gets the final out of the 6th inning. How about Sharp? 2 batters faced in his career and 2 outs recorded. He gets Knight to fly out to end the 6th inning. We've played 2/3 of this series in regular season finale. The Cavaliers regain the lead 9-8 as we head to the 7th here in Wise, Virginia after this.
Like the Eagles, it means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to the Eagle Sports Network as we broadcast Carson-Newman's baseball's regular season finale on the second deck of our Premier bus. Rain throughout the forecast today, and we were outside yesterday, and so the best bet was to broadcast potentially from the bus because UVA Wise's press box can fit a maximum of 5 people, and they're shoulder to shoulder in there. In fact, to put it in perspective, UVA Wise's broadcasters also sit outside. I don't know what they're doing today. Maybe they figured out room to get into the press box. Not certain what Wise is doing on its video stream, but we've pivoted, and I think we're doing the first ever on-the-bus broadcast of a baseball game, at least here on the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman trails by a run as we get ready to begin this 7th inning here from Stallard Field in Wise, Virginia. It's great that the sun's out, but it's really made things more challenging on my part because we are already 200 some yards away from the field here in foul ground and left, and now not only are we that far away and binoculars are needed, but the sun has also made things challenging as the Cavaliers have gone to a reliever in replacing Mason McClarness, and they've brought in a right-handed pitcher here in this 7th inning. It's 0-1 on Jacob Rogers. The next one to Rogers is grounded sharply right to the shortstop, Morgan Miller. He fields it cleanly. His throw is a little wide to the right, but the first baseman, Knight, holds on, and the out is recorded. Ian Maria is a freshman right-handed pitcher. He's listed as a two-way guy from Canton, Georgia. He's into the game after pitching a scoreless inning last weekend, 9.8 ERA in 9 appearances. He is the 7th inning arm for the Cavaliers, trying to give them some strikes after they walked 5 in Carson-Newman's 6-run 6th inning. The 9-hitter Ryan Bolton is now at the plate for Carson-Newman in a 1-run game, and he takes a strike. So Maria living in the zone here. 3 pitches, 2 strikes since coming into the game. In the top of the 7th inning with Wise ahead of Carson-Newman 9-8. Freshman righty at 5'11" comes set and pitches to Bolton inside a ball. Remember, we started 94 minutes late. Yesterday we were at the field. Carson-Newman baseball was at the field. Both teams were at the field for about 12 hours. We didn't leave Stallard Field till near around 10 o'clock. Bolton takes a high fastball. It's 2 balls and a strike. These two teams been here since 12 today. Had to wait on a rain delay for a game that was scheduled to start at 3. It didn't start till 4 minutes after 4:30. And now we're at the 7 o'clock hour, 2.5 hours in. And in the 7th inning of a 1-run game as Bolton swings and fouls the 2-1 pitch off and the count evens. Hindsight would have been able to broadcast outside, not on the bus, but all the rain happened really before this game started, although there was some showers in the 2nd and 3rd innings, and that would not have been good. And so it was wise to be up in the second deck of the bus. 2-2 to Brian Bolton, and 1-run game is off the plate, and then the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Carson-Newman's senior left fielder from Knoxville, who singled and scored in that 6-run 6th inning. His base hit was a bunt single down the third base line. Maria's payoff. Bolton takes called strike 3. Scott Alexander rings him up looking, and there's 2 away. Bolton had tossed the bat and was halfway to first and had to turn around and go to the dugout. 2 away. Here's Logan Floyd. Floyd has 3 hits, and he takes a strike from Maria. Eagles have been retired in order just once today. That was back in the 3rd. Maria sets glove above his waist, pitches an 0-1, and misses to Floyd. It's a ball and a strike. Logan Floyd, a 1st inning single, a 5th inning single, and a 6th inning single. He is 3 for 4 and has 74 hits this year. Maria sets and is 1-1. Floyd takes eye. Six hits for the weekend for Logan Floyd. Hit his 10th career home run, a career best for him, 10 homers this year after 10 in his first 2 seasons. He takes, I think low. I didn't have my binoculars in good position and didn't even have them in position to see where that pitch was, so I think it's 3-1 on Logan Floyd. 2 away, nobody aboard here in the 7th. 1-run game. Floyd waits on a 3-1 and bounces it sharply up the first base side. So it's either 2 balls and 2 strikes or 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll go 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Floyd trying to avoid seeing his team go down in order here in the 7th inning. Ian Maria, the reliever for the Cavaliers, trying to send this Eagles order down 1-2-3. Payoff to Floyd. And I think he got hit by the pitch. It was either ball 4 or he was hit by it. I think he was hit by it because the home plate umpire, Scott Alexander, is giving Floyd a new ball, or giving the pitcher a new ball as Floyd gets hit by a pitch. He's reached for a 4th time, and Carson-Newman has the tying run on base for Aiden Gibson. One on and 2 out for Aiden Gibson here. He was walked in that 6th inning, in which Carson-Newman scored 6 times. Floyd gets an extended lead. He's taking off for second base. The throw is into the outfield, and Floyd gets to second base. Risky play. Floyd took off for second base before the pitcher even realized it. Maria halfway there, or watching Floyd run halfway there, trying to throw the ball to second and throw it into the outfield, but the center fielder, Chapman, backed it up, and Floyd sliding in is there before a pitch is even thrown. So Floyd has stolen base, and Carson-Newman's tying run is at second base with 2 away in the 7th inning. Maria sits, 2 looks at Floyd, and now he pitches to Aiden Gibson, and Gibson takes a strike. Heads up base running by Floyd. Very risky there at first. but he got there safely to steal his 11th bag of the year. In fact, actually, Wise has ruled that in throwing errors. Gibson lifts one out toward left field. Back goes Jaden Ruling. He is to the wall, and Ruling makes the catch. Gibson gives it a deep ride to left, but flies out, and Carson-Newman strands the tying run at second base in the 7th inning. We'll stretch in this series and regular season finale. Carson-Newman trails UVA Wise after 6.5. It's 9-8 Cavaliers, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food guy. Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. In the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials, for dinner, Lisa's fresh or frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Carson-Newman will go back to the bullpen. McCain Mangum coming in for the Eagles to pitch the bottom half of the 7th inning, so Will Sharp gets one batter and gets that batter out. And Drew Knight to fly out, and in a one-run game, McCain Mangum takes over for Carson-Newman. He'll pitch against 7, 8, 9 of the UVA Wise batting order: Jacob Boyle, Morgan Miller, and Dalton Chapman for the Cavaliers, who are playing their final game of 2026 here today. And they are trailing. They're up on Carson-Newman 9-8 after the Eagles tied it. In the 6th inning, Cavaliers took the lead back. And now can add on to it with Jacob Boyle leading off. He's got 2 RBIs and a double in this game. Morgan Miller's 0 for 3, and Dalton Chapman is 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Ahead of a relief appearance for McCain Mangum, 14th of the year, or rather 15th of the year. Second in 3 games for Mangum. 13 and 2/3 innings, 7.8 ERA. Ahead of this outing here on the road at UVA Wise, as the first pitch by Mangum is a strike. To begin the 7th inning against Jacob Boyle, he offers the next one and he misses. Or rather, I think the first one was rather ball 1, so now ball 2. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Mangum, the new pitcher for Carson-Newman. The Eagles have used 6 relievers in 7 arms today. Line drive out towards center field. Smith and Bolton running over into the gap. They won't get there. It's extra bases for Jacob Boyle as he heads to second base. The throw off line to second. It's late as well. And Jacob Boyle has his second double and Wise's 10th hit. Splitting left center field for an extra base hit to begin the 7th inning. Wise has opened an inning with an extra base hit 4 times. Started the 2nd inning with a double. Started the 3rd with a double. The 5th with a home run, and now the 7th with a double. And Morgan Miller bats, trying to add some insurance for Wise here in the 7th inning. Mangum works with traffic as the righty fires in a fastball and misses high to Miller. 14 innings for Mangum on the season, a 7 ERA. Limited work this year. Pitched in the series opener. Inning and a 3rd scoreless before Fletcher took the ball after that. Runner at second. Miller swings. Line drive to short. Rodriguez catches, throws to second. Back safely, though, is Ruling. Miller hit it sharply right to Rodriguez, who caught the ball and then tried to tag out Boyle by throwing to Nathan at second base, and it was just a hair late. Eagles do get an out, nearly took that leadoff double away. And now head coach Tom Griffin wants a conversation with Randall Hartz, the crew chief that made the call. Those two will have a conversation on the first base line. It was certainly bang bang. Rodriguez wasted no time as he caught that line drive and quickly threw to Nathan. But Boyle is ruled to have gotten back safely. Short conversation between the umpire and crew chief Randall Hartz and head coach Tom Griffin. One away. The 9-hitter is Dalton Chapman against McCain Mangum with one out. And he checks his swing and stays away from Mangum's first pitch. Well, Mangum has earned himself some late inning opportunity. The way he has pitched here as of late. Scoreless outings in now 4 of his last 5, counting yesterday's 4 outs recorded that were scoreless. Here's a line drive to short. Rodriguez, another catch. Nearly an identical play. And another safe call at second. Rodriguez catches another line drive at short. They tried to double up Boyle at second, but he's back safely again. 2 away. Nearly the same play twice. That was the same spot Rodriguez caught the first one, except that time he had to lean over a bit to make the line drive catch for the second out. He threw to second again to try to double up Boyle, but he got back again. 2 outs for Jaden Ruling. And the first pitch to the leadoff man for Wise is ball 1. Both lineouts for Wise and their bottom 2 hitters have been on 1-0 pitches. That's what Ruling's worked into here with 2 outs in the 7th inning. Senior pitches, and Ruling fouls one off as he was jammed on an inside pitch. Late as well, fouls it off, and the count is 1-1. Feels like a big inning of momentum could shift here for Carson-Newman if its defense and pitching can get things done in this 7th inning. Next one to Ruling. Line drive, one hopper to Rodriguez deep in the hole. Long throw, one hop to Floyd. Floyd held on. The 7th inning belongs to Sebastian Rodriguez. He catches 2 lineouts and then deep in the hole at short. Plays the one hopper off the bat of Ruling and throws him out at first. McCain Mangum and the Eagles escape that leadoff double. 2 lineouts and a ground out help Mangum and the Eagles get a scoreless 7th. It's a 1-run game as we head to the 8th here at Stallard Field.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look toward the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
We head to the top of the 8th inning of a 1-run game, the regular season and series finale between Carson-Newman and UVA Wise, set to be decided in these final innings. The first 2 games have been 2-run victories for Carson-Newman. 9-7. A 6-run comeback in the opener, and the Eagles jumped out to an 8-run lead early in the nightcap yesterday to hold off a Wise rally in the final innings of that game to win by 2. And now the Eagles are trying to hold off the Cavaliers, or trying to rally back, and the Cavaliers are trying to hold off the Eagles to win at least one and finish 2026 with a win as Bradley Soto Diaz Tried to bunt for a hit, and it rolls foul up the third base side. It's strike one. Soto Diaz hit his 6th home run of the year. All the way back in the first inning, 2-run blast to right. It was the game's first runs and the third batter of the game. A 2 RBI day now for the senior. 2 for 3 in the game. 0-1 home. Takes a strike. Ian Mara's been really good. 16 pitches in that scoreless 7th inning. And 10 of them were strikes. He's hit on his first 2 here in the 8th. 18 pitches, 12 strikes. The ratio for the freshman late in this game. Next one to Soto Diaz on an 0-2 is high. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Bradley Soto Diaz. Second on the Eagles in hits. And runs batted in and doubles with 14 doubles and 37 driven in this year. He swings and did he foul tip it? I think he did. Yep. Scott Alexander is going to give a new baseball to Ian Mara and walk slowly out there as I think it hit off Boyle, maybe the catcher. And so the home plate umpire will walk out and give Ian Mara the ball, or a brand new ball, before continuing this at-bat in this battle with Bradley Soto Diaz here in the 8th. 9-8, Carson-Newman trailing UVA Wise. Another close one between these two teams. 1-2 to Soto Diaz. Ball 2. The home run was in the first by Soto Diaz. The second hit for him was a single in the 5th. He's reached in 3 of his 4 plate appearances. Drew a walk in that 6-run 6th inning. The last time the Eagles scored. All 8 of the runs have been in 2 frames as Ian Mara calls time and steps off. Conversation between the third base umpire Brett Stowe and head coach Tom Griffin. Actually, no, he's just stepping in front of Coach Griffin to maybe say something toward the Wise dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Soto Diaz, here in the 8th inning. Mara's 2-2 to Soto Diaz is rolled softly in front of the plate. Boyle gathers, throws. No, he couldn't grab the ball. Actually, no, it was foul. He touched it when it was foul. Again, can't see anything that's not halfway up the third base line. And the reaction he had, it looked like he had tried to grab the ball and throw to first, but then when he looked back down, he did not have the ball in his hand, but I guess he had just touched it just barely as it had gone foul off the bat of Soto Diaz, who barely touched it. So the senior goes back to the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Soto Diaz battling, and he takes ball 3. From down 0-2, Soto Diaz has worked the count full. 9-8 game. Eagles will have the tying run at the plate all inning. At the very least, as Soto Diaz swings at a 3-2 pitch, bouncing it to third. Frelick has it. Low throw. It gets away from Drew Knight. Soto Diaz is sprinting to second base. Knight's throw is late. Soto Diaz reaches to begin the 8th inning. It'll either be Wise's second error of the series or an infield hit, and then an error that leads to Soto Diaz moving to second base. Anyway, you slice it, the Eagles will have the tying run in scoring position with nobody out for Sebastian Rodriguez. We'll wait for the official scoring on live statistics. Again, can't see the scoreboard from broadcasting on the bus. Here beyond left field in foul ground in the parking lot, basically away from Stallard Field, as the first pitch to Rodriguez is a strike from the righty. It is a second error on Wise's defense this weekend on the third baseman, a throwing error. Allows Soto Diaz to reach and has put and moved him to second as well. 0-1 on Rodriguez. 4th inning double for the left-handed hitter. He waits and swings at an 0-1 changeup, it looked like, as it Just dropped below the waist of Rodriguez for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, 8th inning. Eagles have the tying run at second. Down a run. Mara's pitch on an 0-2 is lifted foul onto UVA Wise's old gymnasium. And now the ball rolls into the parking lot in front of the road. Count stays 0-2. Ian Mara worked ahead on Soto Diaz 0-2 for losing him and letting him reach by an error. And now Rodriguez got hit by an 0-2 pitch. A hit batter on a 2-strike offering with nobody out puts Rodriguez on board. And the Eagles have 2 on and nobody out for Tanner Kilgore in the 5th inning, or in the 8th inning here in a 1-run game. A hit by pitch for the 2nd time today by UVA Wise. And now Rodriguez joins Soto Diaz on the bases at 1st and 2nd. And the Eagles will pinch hit Tanner Kilgore here, it looks like. From a ways away, the binoculars are trying to identify who it is for Carson-Newman. Eagles in these blue uniforms, gray pants for the series finale. Trying to see who's coming out of Carson-Newman's dugout for what is more than likely a bunt situation here. Whoever it is putting their batting gloves on pretty slowly near the dugout. And let's see. Looks like Evan Mutter is the pinch hitter for Carson-Newman in what, again, is probably a sacrifice bunt situation here. 2 on, nobody out in the 8th inning of a 1-run game. The most ideal sac bunt scenario that one could draw up. And head coach Tom Griffin turns to his junior Evan Mutter as potentially maybe his best option to lay down a bunt here. Wise is expecting it as Mutter shows, bunts it, first base side. It is a fair ball. Mara fields it on the line, throws to first, and bunters out. 1 away, 1 pitch. Evan Mutter does the job that he was asked to do, pinch hitting. He lays the sac bunt down, and Carson-Newman's tying run is at 3rd, 90 feet away, and the go-ahead run here in the 8th is at 2nd, with a 6-hitter in the order, Cole Nathan, standing in. Carson-Newman's 3rd sacrifice bunt of today's game. Much needed by Mutter, and now Maria faces Nathan for the first time. Soto Diaz at 3rd, Rodriguez at 2nd. Nathan trying to be the hero for the Eagles here in the 8th. Maria sets the first one in 8th, is off the plate. Cole was walked in his first 3 at-bats. Then his 2nd at-bat in the 6th inning. And that 6-run 6th inning was an RBI single. Infield base hit. Can he deliver the Eagles the tying or go-ahead runs? Nathan swings and golfs a 1-0 pitch out toward right field. Morgan giving chase and foul ground. It lands up against the fence. It was within reach for Morgan, but he was maybe a step and a half away from getting there. And so Nathan gets an extra life here. Although that would have scored a run had it been caught. It was so deep and right. Both runners could have easily advanced, but Nathan can resume his at-bat. 1 ball, 1 strike count with Carson-Newman trailing by a run in the 8th. Maria sets at the belt, and the pitch to Nathan. A strike, 2 on him now, 1-2. Nathan's reached all 4 times he has come to the plate in this game. Soto Diaz gets his lead at third, the 1-2. Ground ball, first base side. It just dribbles foul right of the first base bag, and Nathan continues to battle. 2 foul balls in his 5th plate appearance. Carson-Newman trailed in this game by as many as 6. They recovered from a 6-run deficit yesterday. They're trying to do it again today. Nathan's 1-2 pitch, or he sees a 1-2 pitch come in, and he takes ball 2. Looked like it was across the waist of Nathan. Must have been outside. And it's 2-2. 1-run game. Nathan the batter with 2 in scoring position here in the 8th. 2-2 to Nathan. Line drive, base hit into left field. Soto Diaz scores to tie the game. Rodriguez gets the stop sign at third. Nathan has leveled the score at 9 in the 8th. The second RBI of the day for Cole Nathan. A line drive single to left has tied the game for the Eagles. Big time 2-strike approach. Nathan's now been on base in all 5 of his plate appearances. That's Carson-Newman's first hit of the inning and 10th of the day to plate the 9th run for the Eagles. Soto Diaz scores Rodriguez to third. Corners occupied, and now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away. 7th hitter is Braxton Smith in the order, and he takes ball 1. Well, when Carson-Newman has scored in this series, more than likely they've scored multiple runs. Twice the Eagles have had 6-run innings, 1 today, 1 yesterday. Can they get multiple on the board here and take the lead back in the 8th? Smith, ground ball to short. Miller touches second for 1, back to first. It's an inning-ending double play. Ian Maria gets out of it. Morgan Miller turns a 6-3 double play, and Carson-Newman cannot bring the go-ahead run home from third with first and third and 1 out in the 8th inning. Miller turns the double play, and Wise gets out of the 8th. A run on a hit, an error by Wise, and Carson-Newman leads a runner on base. We're tied at 9 after 7.5. We head to the bottom of the 8th with Carson-Newman and UVA Wise level in the 2026 regular season finale here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
First time James Salico will pitch this weekend for Carson-Newman. He gets the ball in a game that is tied in the 8th inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. Salico, another arm that Carson-Newman will utilize here this weekend. He'll face 2, 3, and 4 of Wise's batting order. Salico is a 6'4 senior. Waxhaw, North Carolina is his hometown. 8 1/3 innings, over 8 appearances, a 4.32 ERA. He's only allowed runs in 2 of his 8 appearances this year. He's been really good since the end of March. In fact, heading into this outing, he's got 7 1/3 scoreless innings of work over 5 outings. As his first pitch to UVA Wise's leadoff batter, Bernard Crique, is outside 1-0. Salico into the game after Mangum's scoreless 7th. Here's a ground ball to second. Nathan near the second base bag. Fields off the second hop and throws out Crique. One away on the second pitch of James Salico's 8th inning. And now it's the 3-hitter Joshua Morgan. Well, with UVA Wise's home run hitting ability, they can change this game with one swing of the bat. They have 1 in this game and 5 in this series. And we're playing here at Stallard Field, Burchell Stallard Field, where the ball jumps out of the park. Morgan can do that, and he's hit 1 in this series, and he takes a strike from James Salico. And so every pitch this late in the game means so much. Salico comes set, glove at his belt, and he offers an 0-1 that Morgan swings and misses at, and it's strike 2. Both teams have 9 runs on 10 hits. We are tied in the bottom of the 8th. Regular season and series finale between the Eagles and Cavaliers. Salico sets at the belt, and the pitch to Morgan on an 0-2 is lifted towards center field. Braxton Smith, just beyond the Wise logo, moves to his left, and he makes the catch. Good work from James Salico. Did not throw a ball there to Joshua Morgan and gets him to fly out to Smith in center. And there's 2 outs on the board in the 8th inning for the senior right-hander, and he'll face Carter Babb. Babb has hit 3 long balls in this series. None in this game, but had 3 yesterday in the 2 games. He takes the first pitch low. RBI single for Babb in the first inning of this game, 4th inning single as well. DH is hitting north of 300 this year for the Cavaliers. Salico comes set, the 1-0 to Babb. He swings and was late on the fastball. It's 1-1. Well, Salico and Mangum, 2 of the main guys from Carson-Newman's bullpen here as of late that have really done a great job. The more that they have grown to get experience as relievers. 1-1 to Babb is strike 2, knee high. They have earned some late inning opportunities. Mangum got the 7th. It was scoreless, and now Salico has the 8th. And he's a pitch away from a 1-2-3 inning. Would be Carson-Newman's first 1-2-3 frame of the day, pitching-wise. And Babb swings and misses at a ball in the turf. Rogers will throw to first, and James Salico strikes out Babb to end the 8th. And Carson-Newman has its first 1-2-3 frame and a second straight scoreless inning. We'll head to the 9th, tied at 9 in Wise, Virginia. Great one. Coming down to the final inning. We're tied entering the 9th on the Eagle Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Carson-Newman enters the 9th inning of a game, tied for the 6th time this year. The Eagles are 3-2 when entering a 9th inning tied this season. They have 3 victories. And for the 6th time, the program will head to a 9th inning deadlocked with the same score as its opponent. 9-9 the score. The Eagles trailed 8-2 after 5 innings of this game. A 6-run 8th tied it at 8. Wise took a 9-8 lead thanks to a run in the 6th inning. Eagles tied it back up with a run in the 8th. And that's why we head to this final frame, tied at 9 in the bottom of the 8th inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. Jacob Rogers leads off for the Eagles in the top of the 9th. First pitch of the inning, he pops it up Out toward left field it goes. Freelick gives it a run. The third baseman goes out there, but it lands between him and the left fielder and the shortstop for a long foul ball. After that first pitch, we are officially 3 hours into this series finale. All three of these games have been 2 hours and 40 minutes or longer. The 7-inning game was still over 2.5 hours. Both 9-inning affairs have now been north of 3 hours. Based on this one, or the length of this one so far, I figure it'll be longer as Jacob Rogers takes the next pitch inside. It's 1-1. Rogers hit his first career home run in the 6th inning, and he was the one that started the 2-out rally. Carson-Newman's 6-run 6th inning all came with 2 outs. Ian Mara's 1-1. Rogers takes low again. It's 2 balls and a strike. Completely shaded as Stallard Field lights on. Had sun throughout this game today for a game that had rainy conditions for much of the beginning of it. It's given way to a great evening to wrap the regular season as Rogers takes Hyatt inside, and he's worked his count to 3-1. Here to start this 9th inning. One for 4 day for Rogers. Has hit the ball hard each time up. 3-1 for Mara. He takes strike 2. Full count on Jacob Rogers, one of 2 Eagles to homer today. Eagles will have the top of the order in this inning as well. Logan Floyd due up 3rd. He's 3 for 4. 9 all game. Rogers, the 3-2. Low ball 4. Carson-Newman has the leadoff man on in the 9th. Rogers draws the walk on 6 pitches, and the Eagles have the go-ahead run on, and Rogers will be pinch ran for here. In the top of the 9th inning, it's John Pierce to run for the Eagles for Jacob Rogers. So Carson-Newman will have a catcher change. Pierce does not catch, and so he'll run in place of Rogers, and then Carson-Newman will have a defensive change. But will that defensive change in the bottom half come with a run on the board or not? Bolton bats. He shows bunt, bunts it back toward the pitcher. Mara's play is only first, and he makes that play. The 4th sack bunt by Carson-Newman today advances the go-ahead run into scoring position here in the top of the 9th inning for the program, or for Logan Floyd, one of the program's best hitters over the last decade plus. North of 200 career hits is Floyd, up to 74 in his junior season. By far the most in the team, and entering the day had the 3rd best batting average in the conference this season. Pierce at second. First pitch to Floyd is ball 1. Floyd's batting average entering the day at .414. If the season ended today, that would be the 2nd highest batting average in Carson-Newman's Division II era. It's only going up because he's 3 for 4 in this game. Can he make it 4 of 5 at the plate in this at-bat in the 9th inning? Maria sets the pitch to Floyd as a strike knee high. 1-1 with Carson-Newman's go-ahead run at second base. The pinch runner, John Pierce, has good wheels and could score on a base hit by Floyd into the outfield. Maria looks at second and now pitches to Floyd, and he takes low and away, ball 2. Again, first base open in this scenario. Wonder how much Mario will come right at Logan Floyd here, one of the best in the conference in the batter's box. Gibson and Soto Diaz aren't easy outs whatsoever after Floyd, but first base is open and could set up a double play. Maria sets the 2-1. He looks at second, now offers to Floyd. Nearly hit him. It runs inside. Floyd ducks out of the way, and it's 3-1. Did it hit him? It actually did hit Logan Floyd. Either that or Wise decided to just put him on. We'll wait for live stats to confirm. I had looked away from my binoculars for a second and just saw Floyd all of a sudden walking up the first base line. So he's aboard on either an intentional walk there after a 3-1, or after ball 3. And he was intentionally walked. It was ball 3, and then Floyd gets intentionally walked. So first and second, 1 out, and Wise will bring its infield in, and its pitching coach, Christian Smith, or actually, no, check that. It's the head coach, Brandon Costa, out to talk with Ian Maria, who's gone 2 1/3 scoreless out of the bullpen. It's scoreless because the only run that scored was an unearned run in the 8th. Soto Diaz reached on a throwing error, and then later scored on that Cole Nathan line drive single in the 8th. That tied the game, and that set up Carson with a chance here in the 9th to take the lead. The only Carson-Newman lead in this series finale was 2-0 in the first. Wise jumped back in front with a 3-run first, bottom half of it, led by as many as 6. Eagles tied it in the 6th, and then tied it again in the 8th after Wise regained the lead. And can Carson-Newman's second lead of the series finale come here in the 9th? The Cavaliers have had a rough year. They've lost 26 conference games, 35 overall. Can they find a way to end 2026 with a win, or is it going to be Carson-Newman to win a 9th straight, rallying again to go into the postseason with its longest winning streak of the season? Maria, the pitcher, he stays in the game. 2 on, 1 out for Aiden Gibson. First pitch to the senior third baseman is ball 1. UVA Wise has had 2 guys loosening. Neither are Ryan Whitson, the sack pitcher of the week. Wonder if he's done for the year. Remember, he threw 130 last weekend, pitched yesterday, threw 30 offerings. 1-0 to Gibson. He takes ball 2. Both pitchers are right-handers for the Cavaliers here, warming up closest to us as we broadcast Carson-Newman Baseball's regular season finale here from Wise, Virginia. 2 balls and no strikes on Aiden Gibson. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a first strike on the 3rd pitch of the at-bat. Two balls, 1 strike. Go ahead run at second base. That's Jono Pierce, a pinch runner. Floyd at first as well. And they'll pick on Pierce at second base. He was back to second before the throw. It's a very delayed and casual check by Maria at second base. Not really a real pickoff attempt. Just wanted to keep Pierce close to the bag. 9 all in the 9th. 2 on for the Eagles with 1 away for Aiden Gibson. The 2-1 pitch is a strike. It's 2-2. A prime chance for Carson-Newman to gain the lead here. Will Gibson, the senior, deliver? He's looking for his first hit in this series finale. 0 for 3. Maria comes set. The 2-2 to Gibson. Runs inside, and the count is full. That was the 50th pitch by Ian Maria out of Wise's bullpen. Again, he's made 4 starts this year. Has pitched multiple innings on 6 different occasions. Done that again today. Battling for Wise on the mound. The payoff to Gibson is low in the turf. It's a 6-pitch walk, and the Eagles have loaded the bases in the 9th inning for Bradley Soto Diaz. Back-to-back walks, an intentional walk, and now a 6-pitch walk to Gibson. Advances Pierce to third, Floyd to second. And now Soto Diaz with the bases loaded in the 9th. He gets the opportunity for the Eagles, who have loaded the bases so many times this year. The senior right fielder's 2 of 5 at the loaded bases this year, and he drives one out to right. It's deep enough to score a run. Morgan back at the wall will make the catch. Pierce tagging from third will give Carson-Newman the lead. Floyd from second to third advances as well. Soto Diaz does a job, and Carson-Newman leads 10-9 in the 9th. First pitch swinging. The senior drives in his 3rd run of the game. he started the scoring, and has he ended the scoring potentially for the Eagles here? One-run game, and now it's about insurance for Carson-Newman. Can they get a run extra for their bullpen? The Eagles have multiple guys loosening. Wonder who gets that ninth inning and what will be a save situation at this moment. Could be more depending on how this ninth inning continues on. 2 on, 2 out for Sebastian Rodriguez, and he takes a strike. 8 of the last 9 runs in this game have been scored by Carson-Newman. It's been from the 6th inning on. Corners occupied as Maria comes set. He's allowed his second run out of the bullpen. Long pause, and now the 0-1 to Rodriguez is ball 1. Rodriguez batting for the Eagles for the 6th time in this game. Officially just 1 of 3 at the plate. His double was in the 4th. Another marathon of a day for Carson-Newman baseball, trying to result in another 6-run comeback as Rodriguez takes ball 2. Ball on the turf, blocked by Boyle. Maria comes set. 2-1 to Rodriguez. Line drive deep into the hole at second. Crique gets it deep in the hole. He was playing deep into shallow right on a ball hit hard by Rodriguez. Wise defensively was ready for that. And Rodriguez grounds out to end the top of the 9th. But a Bradley Soto Diaz sacrifice fly has given Carson-Newman a 10-9 lead. Just the second lead of the day for the Eagles comes at the perfect time. 1-run game. Who's coming in to close out maybe a series finale win and a series sweep for Carson-Newman? We'll find out after this.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Drew Fletcher, the freshman, was really good for Carson-Newman in yesterday's series finale. And now, a rather series opening victory to win 9-7 in that comeback fashion. And now the freshman will try to get his first career save this season. He had got his second career win in the opener yesterday. And now he pitches the 9th inning for Carson-Newman baseball to try to win a 9th straight to end the regular season. 10-9 Eagles. They have rallied again from down 6 after 5 innings. And now Fletcher tries to finish it off. 14th appearance for the freshman, 36 innings of work, 2-0, 4.1 ERA, 18 strikeouts, and 16 walks. He was awesome out of Carson-Newman's bullpen late in the victory yesterday. And now he goes to work to begin the 9th. First pitch of the inning to the 5-hitter Frelick is ball 1. The thing about Fletcher is that he is a guy that throws a bunch of strikes. Ball 1 though, and now a ground ball by Frelick to third. Gibson moving to his left, fields it cleanly. Throw to first is in time. 2 pitches. 1 away in the 9th for Fletcher and the Eagles. Carson-Newman's bullpen now has retired 7 straight since that leadoff double by Wise in the 7th inning. The six-hitter is Drew Knight. He has hit a home run in this game, second of his season, back in the fifth inning. Fletcher gets into his windup. First to Drew Knight as a strike. Couple of Drews facing off here with one away in the ninth inning, and Carson-Newman trying to hold on for a series sweep on the road. Would be the second of the year. Fletcher into his motion. Fourth pitch of the inning is a fly ball out toward left field. Ryan Bolton is over. He has it. There's two away in the ninth. 4 pitches, 2 outs for Fletcher and the Eagles. And Jacob Boyle, the senior, is UVA Wise's last hope on senior day. How about Carson-Newman's bullpen here down the stretch? Mangum first, Salico next, and now Fletcher trying to compile 3 scoreless innings to close out this win. 2 outs in the ninth, 10-9 Carson-Newman. Fletcher into his motion. 5th pitch of the inning is a swing and a fly ball foul by Jacob Boyle. It's 0-1. Couple of strikes away from another 6-run comeback. Would be the second in 3 games on the road. Would be the tied for the second longest this year as Boyle lifts one out toward left field. This could do it. Bolton into left center field. Smith calls him off. He makes the catch, and Carson-Newman has a road sweep for the second time in conference play this year. Another 6-run rally from the Eagles on the road. They did it in the opener of this series, and they do it in the finale. And they'll go into the postseason with a 9-game winning streak. Down 8-2 in the 6th inning. A 6-run 6th inning helps Carson-Newman rally, and they take the lead, their second lead of the day, in the 9th inning on a Soto Diaz sacrifice fly. And Carson-Newman wins Game 31 this year. 2 6-run rallies in 1 series. Final score from Wise, Virginia. It's Carson-Newman 10 and Wise 9. Eagles victorious. They've won 9 in a row. They win their 16th game on the road as well to improve to 31-17. That'll do it from us here from On the Bus here on the Eagles Sports Network. We'll talk to you next week for the conference tournament as Carson-Newman baseball wins 10-9 in comeback fashion again here on the Eagles Sports Network.